Think we're good? There we go. There we go. There we go. All right, we are good, I think. Let me make sure that my microphone is connected. Seems like it is. We should be good for this Thursday night football matchup here. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. I really want to make sure that my sound is right. Yeah, it looks like it is working. Now it's just me setting some things up here. Eagles got the ball first. They just picked up their first down of the game. It's going to be a tough game here, ladies and gentlemen. Got the Commanders and the Eagles battling for first place. This is a crazy Sunday. Maybe Sunday. This is a crazy week 11. This is a crazy week 11. This is a crazy week 11. You got this game on Thursday night, and then you got the trifecta on Sunday. This is just crazy. A lot of great battles are happening this week. Week 11 could end up being one of the best weeks of the season, if not the best week of the season. We'll have to see that. Raggles. I like how it's called. Yeah, I appreciate you pointing it out. Sorry about the title, which is funny that it's called that for no reason. I'm pretty sure I clicked and I put an E instead of an F. But nah, it is what it is. It is what it is. But that is a funny title. That is absolutely a funny title. I know I was typing fast for that title because I was trying to get this set. My microphone wasn't even working. So I didn't even know if I would get this to work, but everything seems to be doing well now. We should be good to go for the most part. And we're going to enjoy this Thursday night football game. 1st and 10 for the Philadelphia Eagles. They did get the ball to start off the game. Commanders won the toss. They elected to defer. They put their defense out there. So Philadelphia, this works their favor because they like to score early and give themselves the lead. They don't like playing from behind. 1st and 10. Saquon picking up about 5 yards. 2nd down coming up here for the Eagles. Who you got tomorrow, Tyson or Paul? I could care less. It's an exhibition match. At the end of the day, they're just there to make money. It's probably going to go to decision. There'll be a lot of hugging, a lot of random punches here and there. Nothing really consistent. No one's getting knocked out. No one's really getting dropped. I don't know. Depending on how the crowd's going to feel about it, depending on whatever they came up with, they either just give it to Mike for reputation or they give it to Jake to continue this trend of him fighting old retired fighters or whatever. So I could care less who wins. That's pretty much an exhibition match. It's not an actual serious boxing match to me. Hurts is going to have to throw it away. Incomplete. 3rd down coming up here for the Eagles. I don't think Tyson's lasting that long. It's an exhibition match. He'll be fine. Again, it's an exhibition match. It's not a serious fight. He'll be fine. None of these fights we've seen with Jake Paul has been really legitimately serious. He's beaten some fighters, I guess. Technically, they're fighters, but there has yet to be a serious match that I've seen come out of his camp. They're not taking on legitimate top-tier fighters, so I'm not even wasting my time with it. And they all end the same, except the occasional knockout because the person he's facing off against sucks, but that's a different conversation. 3rd down and 6. Hurts over the middle. It's caught by A.J. Brown. A.J. Brown picks up the 1st down. Sorry, I was choking there. A.J. Brown opened in the middle of the field. He picks up the 1st down, and the Eagles continue to move the chains. First down here. Fires over the middle. It is caught by A.J. Brown. A.J. Brown breaking tackles. A.J. Brown getting inside the 20 down to around the 15, 16-yard line, close to that. Either way, nice play there. Eagles moving the ball down the field against this terrible defense. Don't expect much from the Commanders here. I expect this to be a shootout. The defense is not good, and we all know it. They're not stopping these weapons. And it's already starting off early on. Boy, could they use Marshawn Lattimore here. 1st and 10. Nice move by Saquon, but the defense actually made a stop and got him down to the ground. Good on them. 2nd down coming up here for the Eagles. If the Commanders' defense can hold Philadelphia to 3 points, that would be a huge win because this is a high-octane offense, man. A lot of weapons there. A lot of weapons to utilize in Philly. So if they can hold them to 3 points, that's a massive win. Second and 12. Hurts takes a snap. Pressure's coming. Hurts just got to get rid of it. It is caught. But he's going to be dropped behind the line of scrimmage. I think they lost more yards there, but a flag is on the play. So we're going to figure out what this flag's about. Holding on the offense. That's going to be a 10-yard penalty. It's going to be, now it's going to be what, 2nd and 22? This is the thing with Philly, man. They find a way to hurt themselves in the most prime opportunities. They got a chance to go score, and now they've hurt themselves, and they're in the 2nd and 22. Washington, if your word's squat defensively, you've got to be fundamentally sound here. Do not give up anything huge. Nobody's open for Hurts. He's just got to launch it. Incomplete. Nobody's there. He threw it out of bounds. 3rd and 22 coming up here. As long as nobody does anything dumb, the Commanders' defense would have relatively done their job and gotten off the field. You hold this offense to 3 points on the opening drive, that is a win, considering the fact that the Commanders' defense as well, the Commanders' defense. You hold them to 3 points, that is a win. Third down and 22 here. They're just going to run a draw play. Nothing really here. Going to pick up some good yardage, but they're going to have to settle for 3. 4 down here for the Eagles. So if you're the Commanders' defense, holding the Eagles' offense to 3 points is a massive win. Holding the Eagles' offense to 3 points is a massive win. So the defense, you would have loved to have gotten them off the field with no points, but you settle for 3. Jaden Daniels already getting his helmet ready. He's about to come out here for his first offensive drive of the game. Commanders' defense was so good a couple years back. Man, they fell off. I mean, they lost players. It's not the same defense previous years. Not to mention, even with the defense being good, the secondary has always been. The secondary has always been problematic. So we're not even going to pretend. The secondary has always been problematic, even with, oh my God, he missed the field goal. Oh my God, he missed the field goal. He missed the field goal. Oh my God, he missed the field goal. The defense did their job. Jake Elliott missed the field goal. The defense did their job. The defense did their job. You hold them to 0. What's better than holding them to 3? You hold the Eagles' offense to 0. Now Jaden Daniels and the offense get to come on the field in good position for the opening drive. The defense does their job. I thought Jake Elliott was good. He was. But apparently he's got the yips to start this game. Charles, I know you want to talk Ravens. I'm going to be honest. We going to have all Sunday to do that. I'm not interested in talking about the Ravens. Not interested in talking about the Ravens right now. Not even remotely close to being any sort of interested in talking about the Ravens right now. Oh, what? Man, this is where I have to... This is why I stopped doing these things on my phone. This is why I stopped doing these on my phone. Because every time I do it on my phone, it takes 12 years. Why are you acting this way? My computer doesn't act this way, but you want to act this way. Brian Robinson, yeah, he is activated. He is active, so we'll see. We'll see if he's going to play to start off this opening drive for the Commanders. You shouldn't be acting this way every time I try this off my phone. That's why I don't even use my phone anymore like this. Just annoying. Commanders defense does their job, gets the offense off the field. Jake Elliott misses the field goal, so it stays a 0-0 game. Commanders offense getting ready for their opening drive. Hopefully they can go put some points on the board. I got the Commanders winning this tonight. They're going to win this game tonight, make a statement, and take first place in the NFC East. The division comes down to Philly and Washington, so these two games ultimately determine who's going to win the division. And I would love a home playoff game for the Commanders. Ooh, I'd love a home playoff game. Looks like Jake Elliott is following Tucker's footsteps. Not really. I mean, the funny thing is we're acting like Tucker's just completely become garbage. It's just for his standards, he hasn't been great. But I think he's missed like, what, 3 or 4 field goals this year? That's not the worst thing in the world. For other kickers, that's just normal. But for Tucker, apparently that means he's garbage. You know how it is. 1st and 10 here for the Commanders offense. Jaden, quick throw here. It is caught. Eckler picks up about 4 yards. 2nd down coming up here for the Commanders. They're going fast. They're going fast. Looks like they're going to go no huddle here. They're going quick. I cannot wait. Cannot wait for Jaden Daniels to put on a show here on Thursday Night Football. Prime time again. They're going to hand the ball off here on 2nd down. The Eagles defense gets to Robinson. First carry for him today. He's obviously back. They get to him there. 3rd down here for the Commanders offense. They're going fast here. 3rd down and 4. Can they convert this? Don't want to go 3 and out on your opening drive. Want to keep the chains going. You got good field position. Your defense made a stop. You want to keep this drive alive. 3rd and 4. Can he get the protection? Can he find somebody? Here we go. Jaden takes the snap. Some pressure's coming. He fires across the middle. It is nearly picked off. Good defense by the Eagles. Good defense by the Eagles. And the Commanders offense goes 3 and out to start the opening drive here. Eagles defense makes a good stop. There was some pressure coming, but Daniels had plenty of time in the pocket. He was looking for... Ooh. I think he was looking for Zacchaeus. Yeah, was he looking for Zacchaeus there? No, he was looking for Noah Brown. He was looking for Brown. He was looking for Brown across the middle of the field. He was looking for Brown across the middle of the field. They're going to punt the football here, and the Eagles offense is going to get it back. Jaden Daniels fell off after the injury. Yeah, let's make that assumption. Even though when he got injured, he played against Chicago and played better than Caleb Williams. And then last week against the Steelers, he played well. It's not his job. It's not his fault the receivers were dropping passes. But, I mean, I guess last week against the Steelers, he didn't play well. Even though the receivers were absolutely dropping passes left and right. I was there. I was watching it. I was seeing the passes happen, just being dropped left and right on the field. I saw it live. But I guess he fell off after the injury. Sure. Not like they weren't close to beating the Steelers last week. Three and out for the Commanders offense. Not exactly the start you would want, but you give credit to the Eagles defense for making a good stop there. So it stays a 0-0 game. Eagles get the ball back. 2nd drive coming up here for the Philadelphia Eagles. Jalen Hurts looked solid on that opening drive. I say solid because it was a bunch of throwaways. Nobody was open.
Fortunately, you live in a world where DoorDash can come to your rescue. Your door to a peaceful home. Your door to more. DoorDash.
What's going on, Simple? I'm not even a Washington fan, but they're my second favorite NFC team to watch, along with the Lions. Daniels is so fun to watch. Yeah, he's been a blast. He has been a blast. Philly's offense back on the field for their second offensive drive of the game. They got down into field goal range, but they could not connect there, so it stayed a 0-0 game. Commanders' defense is going to have to find a way to put more pressure on Jalen Hurts. One thing Jalen Hurts has been doing a lot is turning the ball over. Not every game, but he can turn the ball over a few times. So you've got to put some pressure on him, force him to make a mistake, and get the ball back to this offense. 1st and 10 here for the Philadelphia Eagles. They're at their own 9-yard line here. Hurts takes a snap here, hands it to Saquon. Saquon getting a good run. He's going to pick up 8 yards. 2nd down coming up here for the Philadelphia Eagles. The NFL is a stat league. Daniels doesn't have the stats for the Rookie of the Year. Stroud, Rookie of the Year, explosives. That's cool. First of all, you compare Daniels' stats to every other rookie, their stats, and you'd understand why he's Rookie of the Year. Secondly, it's not always about stats. It's about impact. This team was the 2nd worst team in the league last year, and they have a chance to win the division. They're 7-3 right now. I'm not listening to stats. If you want to go be a stat nerd, go be a stat nerd. 2nd and 2 here. Barkley pushes forward. Third and one, obviously a tush push. They were short, so they're going to tush push it. And, of course, Jalen Hurts is going to pick up the 1st down. He already picked up the 1st down. He's not short. It's a tush push. 1st down here for the Eagles. By the way, I will continue to call it the tush push. I'm not calling it the brotherly shove. I don't care. First down here for Philadelphia. First and 10. Jalen Hurts going to take this under center here. Play fake here. Hurts going to roll to his right. Gets it out quickly to Goddard. And Dallas Goedert's going to pick up 2 yards here. 2nd down coming up for the Eagles. Nice tackle there. Oh, they're going to go quickly. Quick snap here. Hurts fires to A.J. Brown. Incomplete. It was too far outside. Didn't even come close to A.J. Brown. 3rd and 8. Pressure was coming quick. So Hurts just fired it quick. They snapped the ball quickly, and he just fired it immediately. 3rd down and 8 here for the Eagles. This will be a huge stop for the Commanders. Get them off the field. Get the ball back to your offense. And let's see the 2nd drive for Jaden Daniels in the offense. Can you get them off the field here on 3rd and 8? 6:19 left to go here in the 1st quarter. Hurts in the shotgun on 3rd and 8. Commanders look like they're going to send pressure. They send 5. Hurts. Pressure's coming. He's going to step up. He's going to get sacked. The Commanders' defense gets to Jalen Hurts, and they're going to be forced to punt the football. Good defensive stop here by the Commanders' defense. Great stop. 4th down. Eagles got a punt. Stroud is having a sophomore slump. He's too conservative. Yeah, he's having a sophomore slump. At the same time, you lost your weapons. Stephon Diggs is out for the season, and Nico Collins has missed a good chunk of the year. When you've lost 2 of your big 3 weapons, your stats are going to take a dip. That's just how it goes. And if he's showing a level of conservativeness, it's because he's not trying to turn the ball over. If you force shots, you're gonna create turnovers by that. You force some shots down the field, you're gonna get picked off. That's just how it goes. Get out the way, get out the way. All right, the punt is gonna fall around the 42-yard line. The Eagles' O-line is overrated. They're overrated until it comes to the tush push, and then they know what they're doing. Even before he lost the weapons, he wasn't playing good. Now, that's not true. He was playing good before he lost the weapons. It's not like he was playing out of this world. It's not like he was putting up top-tier MVP numbers, but he was playing good when he had his weapons, and they were winning games. It wasn't great, but he was certainly playing good. No one's saying he was playing out of his mind, but he was playing good. Then the weapons went down. All of a sudden, it's just like, there it is. He was playing good, and they were winning games. Why are all these quarterbacks scared to throw the ball and obsessed with throwing checkdowns? Because they're not dumb. Why do you want them to force the ball down the field so they can get picked off? What type of logic is that? Saying they're scared to throw the ball. Why would do you not see what Jordan Love is doing in Green Bay, where he's just chucking the ball down the field? Why would they force the ball down the field if nobody's open? Why would they, so they can get picked off? That's just dumb. Saying no one's scared to throw the ball down the field. They're taking what the defense gives them. It's called being a smart player. You don't just chuck the ball down the field recklessly. If you do that, you're Jordan Love. I always thought the Texans are still a couple years away from being real contenders. I wouldn't say a couple years away, but I came into this season not believing they'd be contenders, but I thought C.J. Stroud would have a great year. Time for Brian Robinson Jr. to run the football. They're gonna try to get him going, but Philly knows that the running game is the catalyst of the Commanders' offense, so they're gonna look to stop that. Jordan Love is a legit combination of Favre and Rodgers. He's more Favre than Rodgers. I'll tell you that right now. He's more Favre than Rodgers.
What did I do to deserve this?
Brotherly Shove is low-key better. Don't care. Gonna call it the Tush Push. It's a disrespectful name to give that. They like the Brotherly Shove. We don't care. We're calling it the Tush Push because we don't respect them. We don't respect them every time they pull off that move. They're free to do it, just like we're free to call it the Tush Push instead of the Brotherly Shove. But nobody respects when they do that. But they're free to do it. I mean, it's not a bad thing. You know, if you can take advantage of something, take advantage of it. Good times, good times. All right, first down and 10 here for the Commanders offense. They have good field position here. They're near midfield. I believe at the 42-yard line. Yep, they're at the 42-yard line to start off their second drive here. First and 10. Fakes the run. Daniels going to check it down to Eckler. Eckler's got some space. Eckler picks up a first down and more. Eckler breaking a tackle. Eckler keeps going inside the 30. Oh my God, Austin Eckler showing off the strength. And that's going to be a flag right there. Oh, are they going to call it? He just pushed him. Nope, they're going to let it slide. They're going to let it slide. No flag on the play because guys were starting to shove. I thought they would call the flag. Nope. They're going to let them get it over with. They're going to break it up, and then they're just going to keep playing football. So no penalty here. Knowing the way they've been throwing flags this year, I was expecting a penalty there. Either way, good play right there, man. Austin Eckler just playing, man. Aggressive. Gotta love Austin Eckler. That's why they brought him here. He is just a monster in the screen game or in the quick pass game. First and 10 for the Commanders here. They're in scoring range. Jaden Daniels utilizing the wheels. Picking up a couple yards here. He's going to pick up maybe, 6 yards? Second down coming up here for the Commanders. This could be the thing where Montana and Young were good, then the third guy, Garcia, was mid. Many people make that assumption. Many people have been making that assessment that maybe Jordan Love might be the Garcia of his group. He might be the Jeff Garcia of his group. 2nd and 5 here. You hand the ball off to Robinson. Robinson picking up the first down more. Robinson breaking tackles inside the 5. Is he in? He's down at the 1-yard line. First and goal at the 1-yard line for the Commanders. Brian Robinson breaking tackles and carrying defenders to the 1. First and goal, Washington. Man, you got to line up and give it right back to Brian Robinson. First and goal at the 1-yard line. Both Eckler and Robinson are on the field right next to Jaden Daniels. They're going to give it to Robinson. Robinson is going to be stuffed, but he's going to get pushed in by the offensive line. Is he in? Touchdown, Commanders. Washington strikes first in Philadelphia. Brian Robinson Jr. finds the end zone. And the Commanders take an early 6-0 lead with the extra point coming up. 3:26 left to go. 4 plays, 58 yards, and the Commanders find the end zone. Yeah, I hope whatever Humphrey does is whatever Humphrey does. We'll see on Sunday. I ain't tripping over the Ravens right now. We watching the Commanders. Whatever they do, we'll be here Sunday. We'll be here Sunday when they play the Steelers. So we'll talk all about the Ravens then. Extra point is up, and it is good. And Washington takes an early 7-0 lead. These offenses need to have the 07 Patriots mentality. Chuck the ball down the field and let the receiver make the play. These quarterbacks need to stop being conservative and obsessed with touchdowns. That is the dumbest thing you could come up with. No one has Randy Moss down there. First of all, Tom Brady was throwing those passes, and Tom Brady's one of the most accurate throws of the football in the history of the game. Not everybody's Tom Brady. Number 2, doing this whole, hey, let the receiver make the play. That's because it was Randy Moss who was actually catching some of those touchdown passes in double coverages. What are you talking about? Thank God you are not a coach. Oh my God, they would have fired you in the first season. That type of mentality gets you fired. Go tell a young quarterback, just chuck the ball down the field. Don't worry about checkdowns. No, chuck the ball down the field and let your receiver make a play. Even if they're in double coverage, chuck the ball down the field. That is the quickest way to get a coach fired. That is absolutely not what you want to do. You don't tell a young quarterback to just do that. That's not going to accomplish anything but rack up his turnovers. How does that help him develop? Chucking the ball down the field is not going to help anybody develop. That is a crazy statement to make. Even if he's covered, just chuck the ball down the field and trust your defender. Trust your receiver making a play. He can be double covered. Hey, anybody can anyone can be Randy Moss, right? Anybody can be Randy Moss. Just chuck the ball down the field. That is the quickest way to get fired as a coach if you say that to your quarterback. And just saying these offenses need to have the 07 Patriots mentality. The 07 Patriots can have that mentality because they had Randy frickin' Moss on that team and Tom Brady throwing them the football. That is a crazy statement. That's like me going up to Bo Nix right now and say, hey, Bo Nix, you know you got a pretty good defense. Why don't you do us a favor and go be the 2013 Broncos? Peyton Manning threw 55 touchdowns that year. Why don't you go do the same thing too? Just launch it. Just launch it every single time. Funny enough, Bo Nix is launching it every single time and he's not connecting. So how about that mentality? Yeah, and they still ended up losing the Super Bowl. The 2013 Broncos got all the way to the Super Bowl and had that amazing season and still ended up losing in the Super Bowl. Commanders strike first. Eagles offense getting ready to come back on the field here. They're down 7. We'll see how that works out for them here. Gotta love what you're seeing. Gotta love what you're seeing from the Commanders, man. Chucking the ball down the field gets fan bases quickly heated and the coach to be on the hot seat. That's the quickest way to get fired. Just chuck the ball down the field recklessly. That doesn't even help a young quarterback develop in the first place. That's just going to get you fired. Uh-oh. Good run there. Good return. They got there quickly and made the stop, but that was a good return. First and 10 here for the Philly offense. They are officially down by 7. What are they going to do? I hope the Commanders win. I have a crazy Eagles fan at my job that talks crap a lot. I hope the Commanders win so they can legitimize themselves because I'm tired of people talking about them not being legitimate, even though they're 7-3. You play who you play on your schedule, you know. They don't choose to play whoever they want to play. Oh, God, he did a terrible shaky leg. First and 10 here for the Eagles. Hurts with the snap. He's got time. He could just check it to Saquon. But he's going to look down the field for Devontae Smith, who was open and dropped the pass. He was open on the sideline trying to get both feet in bounds, but he ended up dropping it. It was in his hands, and then he just dropped it. Yeah, every GM needs to start drafting those big body receivers. Everybody knows you've got 20, 30, 30, maybe even 40 big body receivers with good jump ball and good hands. Man, you got plenty of those guys to find in the draft. So GMs, all the GMs should start doing that. But he's acting like this is Madden. Like you could just draft all these type of players out of nowhere and you're gonna get them. 2nd and 10. They're gonna give it to Saquon. Saquon's gonna pick up about 6 yards here. 3rd down for the Eagles. Eagles down 7 early on. They want to continue to move the chains here, so picking up this 1st down will be prominent. 3 minutes left to go here in the 1st quarter. 3rd down and 4 here for the Eagles. Eagles do not want to come off the field. Hurts in the shotgun here on 3rd and 4. Here we go. He takes the snap, looks towards his right, fires across the middle. It's dropped again. Oh my God, another drop for the Eagles receivers. He was open for the 1st down. He would have had the 1st down. It was a slant. Dotson, of all people, Jahan Dotson drops the ball. That's why you're not in Washington, buddy. That's exactly why you're not in Washington anymore. You couldn't be trusted. You couldn't catch the ball. Jahan Dotson, that's why they traded you to Philly, buddy. That's why they traded you to Philly. You could not be trusted to catch the ball. Thank you. Jahan Dotson is a spy. We sent him to Philadelphia to screw them over when we faced off against them. Way to go, bro. He's still working for the Commanders, man. He's still working for the Commanders. That's crazy. Jahan Dotson got open. He ran a slant. He ran a slant route, was wide open, and then just messed up there. Zacchaeus gets a little bit of a return here. Flag on the play. That is correct. Some of the greatest receivers are all what you say. You're not wrong in that statement. Problem is, it's not easy to find guys like that. You're also missing Megatron in that one, so I'll just add Megatron to add that one there too. You're missing Megatron. That's going to put the Commanders at their goal line. Flag was on Washington. Is going to put them at their own goal line, probably around the 10-yard line. Oh, sorry. I didn't see the CJ one. I'm sorry. Yeah, Calvin Johnson. I didn't see CJ. I saw Moss, Ocho Cinco, Jerry Owen. I didn't see. Buddy, you got to put some commas there. You can't put all together. You got Moss, CJ, Ocho Cinco, Jerry Owens. Buddy, put some commas there. Moss, comma, CJ, comma, Ocho Cinco, comma, Jerry, comma, Owen, comma. That's 5 people there. So you can know you're talking about Randy Moss, Calvin Johnson, Chad Johnson, Jerry Rice, and Terrell Owens. You got to put some commas there. You can't put all the last names together. You put CJ and then put Ocho Cinco together. Washington, 10 straight games with points in the 1st quarter. 2nd longest streak in team history. Last time they had that was 12 games in 1983. 1st and 10 here for the Commanders. They're at their own 6-yard line. Wow. Daniels takes a snap. Checks it down to Eckler, but the Eagles defense is right there. They're going to lose yardage here. How'd you forget Julio Jones? Julio Jones is another person to put up there too. 2nd down coming up here for the Commanders. So Jaden's still dealing with the rib injury. Of course he is. 2nd down and 11 here. They lost a yard there. They're going to run a draw play here with Eckler. And Eckler's going to pick up some good yardage, make it a 3rd and potential short here. I think he picks up 7 yards on that one. 3rd down coming up here for the Commanders. Is it crazy to say Mike Evans too? Mike Evans is a fair one to throw in there. And again, I don't even know how tall Mike Evans is. 3rd down and 5 for the Commanders. Can they keep this drive alive? Convert, pick up the 1st down and move the chains, or will Philly get the ball back here? 3rd and 5. Got to be careful. Philly might send some pressure. Daniels takes a snap. Pressure's coming off the left side. Daniels going to step up. He's got space. He's going to beat a nope. He tried to beat a defender to get the first down. He got tackled. He's short. 4th down here. Washington's going to have to punt the football. Good defense by the Philadelphia Eagles. Nobody was open. Pressure was coming, and he had to get out of there quickly. That's good defense, man. Nobody was open. Nobody was open. That's good defense. Where's Terry? Terry's on the field. He was on the field on that 3rd down play. They had him double covered. They had the corner on him, and then the safety over the top. There was nowhere to go with that football, so Jaden had to take off. And the defender made the tackle in open space. 4th and 3. Commanders going to have to punt this football. Philly's going to get the ball back in good position. They're going to get a good return. They're going to actually start their drive in Commanders territory. And we got a lot of pushing and shoving. Prime OBJ, AB before he went insane. Those two are top 10 wide receivers of the 2010s. That is true. Oh, yeah, another one that no one necessarily talks about. AJ Green. Nobody talks about AJ Green. 1st down and 10 here for the Philadelphia Eagles. They're going to start their drive in Commanders territory. They're looking to tie the game. They're going to start off at the Commanders' 48-yard line. This is going to be the last play of the 1st quarter. Hurts just going to hand the ball off here to Saquon. And Saquon's going to pick up about 7 yards. And that will be the final play of the 1st quarter here. Washington with an early 7-0 lead here in Philadelphia. But the Eagles have the ball, and they are looking to tie the game. We'll see what happens in the 2nd quarter. I will be right back. I really am trying to get this to load up, but it's taking 12 years to load up. I just need this to be uploaded. Why are you here? I just need this to be uploaded.
But the real question is, do they top the OG? Guess you'll have to come in to find out.
I'm a detective. Natural PD. Homicide. This serial killer. I've seen it before. Someone from my past is out to get me.
Daddy.
It's on me to keep this family safe. The only way is to find the killer.
Cross on every case you work is Silence of the Lambs.
Giving. Giving that's possible through the power of Dell AI with Intel. So those who receive can find the joy of giving back.
Coleman, built for the real world since 1900.
Kind of this to be more squiggly. Perfect. So now, you have a driver's license?
Oh, what did you get us?
With the click of a pen, you can get a new Volkswagen at the Sign Then Drive event. Lease a 2024 Tiguan for $0.
Seriously, this needs to hurry up and upload faster.
Limited inventory available.
The new Top Ball Sonic the Hedgehog game is here, and you can play it for free. I've never seen anyone hit the ball as far as Sonic. We've all been hitting like pros since the new Sonic game.
There we go.
Except for that.
Let me put my glasses back on. Whoa.
Come play the all-new Sonic the Hedgehog game for free now at Topgolf. Visit topgolf.com/free for code.
Aye. Saying Larry Fitzgerald, that's a fantastic choice. That is my favorite all-time receiver. Larry Fitzgerald is my favorite all-time receiver and is one of the most underrated receivers to ever play this game. He was a hell of a postseason. He was fantastic regular season receiver, but in the postseason, that dude was legendary. That's a Hall of Famer right there. Love Larry Fitzgerald. 2nd and 3, Saquon. He's going to be dropped a yard short. 3rd down coming up here for the Eagles. Deshaun Jackson's interesting. He's not a big body receiver, so I don't know if he would count like that. But in terms of explosiveness, Deshaun Jackson was the best at that. I mean, no one has more 60-plus yard touchdowns than Deshaun Jackson. So, yeah. Who's faster, Deshaun Jackson or Tyreek Hill? That's a good question. I don't know. They pitched the ball to Saquon on 3rd down, and he picked up with the 1st down. Eagles move the chains. I'm going Jackson. I don't know. When it comes to straight-up speed, I don't know. Deshaun Jackson's prime was, his acceleration was out of this world. And he had some legendary punt returns. Obviously, remember the punt return against the Giants and that epic comeback in the 4th quarter. But Tyreek Hill also just has blitzering speed. It's just, his speed is insane too. So I don't know who's faster. 1st and 10. Oh, look at them trying to run trick plays. And look at this. Nah. What was this play? What the hell was this play by Philadelphia? So what just happened here is Hurts hands the ball. Hurts is shaken up after that play. Hurts hands the ball to Saquon, who hands the ball to Devontae Smith. Hurts hands the ball, I believe, to Devontae Smith. Let me see the play again. Hurts hands it to Saquon. Saquon hands it to Devontae Smith. Devontae Smith hands it back to Jalen Hurts, who gets sacked for like a 15-yard loss. 2nd and 23. What the hell was that play? That was the dumbest play Philly could have came up with. What was the goal there? 2nd and 23. Hurts, pressure's coming again. He's just going to have to check it down. A lot of space here, but the Commanders are tackling well. They're out of field goal range. Because of that 13-yard sack, they're out of field goal range. So they have to fight to get back into field goal range. That was a dumb play. That was a dumb play. Have you played Shadow Generations yet? I have not. I have to buy the game. I've been working a lot, so I haven't had a lot of time to play video games. But when I do have the opportunity to play some video games, I'm going to have to buy the game and play it. That was such a dumb play. 3rd and 17. They're out of field goal range, by the way. Now they get back into field goal range. You have to settle for a field goal. Dallas Goedert gets the catch underneath 4th down. The Eagles are going to have to settle for a field goal because they came up with an idiotic game call. I don't even know what that call was. That was so dumb on 1st down. He hands it to Saquon, who fakes it to Devontae Smith, who just hands it right back. No, he doesn't fake it. He hands it to Saquon. Saquon hands it to I'm losing my mind right now because I don't even understand what I saw. He hands it to Smith, and Smith hands it right back to Hurts, who gets sacked immediately because it was a dumb decision. Jake Elliott missed another field goal. 2 field goals missed by Philadelphia. So right now, I'm telling you, bro, Nick Sirianni, somebody's got to get this dude checked out. His dumb decisions is actively costing the Eagles. And now that's 2 missed field goals by Jake Elliott. Philly's going to get exposed again this year in the playoffs. Philly is going to get exposed again this year in the playoffs, man. This team has won games they have no reason winning. They've escaped games they shouldn't have won. They're going to get exposed in the postseason.
This is where it all started.
Like some people just know they could save by checking Allstate first.
Hit it.
Yeah, checking first is smart.
If the Eagles go 1-and-done in the postseason again, Nick Sirianni has to be fired.
For an auto quote that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate. And don't forget to watch Cross. Only on Prime Video.
We will have business. Breaks everything.
Such a dumb decision.
I wouldn't want to have your job this week. I wouldn't want to have my job anyway. Every company has a version of Tommy.
Please just tell me
Without one.
that's 77.
Pushing the chips over there.
It's slowly uploading, but it's going to take 12 years.
Companies don't.
Landman, new series streaming November 17th. Exclusively on Paramount Plus.
These games need to be drafting quarterbacks in the first round so fast and start. Yeah, sure. Second, yeah, that's the second field goal miss. 14-0, make it happen. Hopefully they take advantage of this. If you don't have a good O-lineman and you're a rookie quarterback, you have zero chance to succeed. I mean, if you don't have a good foundation in general, you're not going to succeed. You're going to need a good offensive, you're going to need a good O-line, but you're also going to need good coaching. If you look at Chicago, they don't have any of that. They have the weapons. You can't say they don't have talent. They invested in the receiver core. They got guys in free agency. We know what DJ Moore is capable of. So they have weapons. But they don't have a good offensive line. But most importantly, they have terrible coaching. Terrible coaching in Chicago. They haven't learned their lesson once. They did idiotic things when they had Mitchell Trubisky and ruined that situation. They did idiotic things when they had Justin Fields and ruined that situation. And now they have Caleb Williams, and they're doing the same idiotic things that cost them with the first two quarterbacks they drafted. So they're just not going to learn their lesson, and Caleb's going to get ruined because the McCaskies, they don't know what they're doing. I don't think they care. I don't think they really care about the team's overall success in terms of winning a championship. They're just there to put a product on the field that people are going to come see. They don't care. I don't think they actually care about football. I don't think they ever cared about football. Chicago's never had a franchise quarterback. Never. 1st and 10. Daniels. Backpedaling. He's got time. He's got to step up. He's going to get sacked. Nobody was open, and the Eagles defense eventually got to Jaden Daniels. 2nd down here for the Commanders. Well, the Phillies front seven, they're showing up tonight. The Phillies front seven is showing up tonight, and they're putting the pressure on Jaden Daniels. The secondary is also holding up for Philly right now. 2nd down and 14 for the Commanders. Got to get something going. Again, they have to initiate the running game. Everything starts with the running game here. Empty backfield here for Jaden Daniels. He's going to motion Brian Robinson here. Going to take the snap. Can you get something quick? Oh my God, pressured again, and he gets sacked. Back-to-back sacks for the Eagles, and that's going to end this drive. Back-to-back sacks for the Eagles, and that's most likely going to end this drive. Just nothing there, man. The front seven is dominating the Commanders' offensive line. Montez Sweat just pushed the right. He literally pushed Coleman out the way. The left tackle just got smoked so easily. What is Coleman doing? He got smoked so easily. Jaden had no time to do anything. He just pushed Coleman out the way. 3rd down and 22, man. Just don't turn the ball over. They're not getting anything on a 3rd and 22. They've got pushed back 12 yards. Just hand the ball off and let's just call it. Robinson's going to pick up a few yards, but the Eagles defense got them off the field. Flag on the play and maybe an offensive hold. Yep. Offensive holding, penalty decline. Commander's going to have to punt the football. That was not a good drive. Coleman was terrible. He's the one that got called for the hold. Coleman was just, oh man. Oh boy. Coleman was horrible in that drive. My God. Coleman just, he ruined the entire drive. Coleman ruined the entire drive. Commanders punt the football back to Philadelphia. Not a good punt. It bounces out at the 25-yard line. So that's where the Eagles will get it. Not a good drive here for the Commanders offense. Your offensive lineman got smoked. Absolutely smoked. Nothing you can do about that, man. Man, at this point, this video is not going to be uploaded until 11 o'clock. This is why I don't like doing this off of my phone. It's cool and all to do it with the background here, but it takes 12 years to be able to upload. I can't do that to myself, man. It's just taking forever to upload. They need to draft O-line too. The two things they have to invest, the Commanders have two things they need to invest in come draft next year. The offensive line and the cornerback position. You got Lattimore, but you need to give him somebody. So, the Eagles in the first half. Missed field goal, punt, punt, missed field goal. Yep, we need O-line and DBs. That's the only two positions they really need. They've got all the talent in the world offensively. And the Commanders' front seven does a good job. Now, again, I think you add to the D-line because at times they could get beat by the running game. But number one, they got to fix the O-line. And then Jalen Hurts going to keep it himself. Pick up about 7 yards. Second down coming up here for the Eagles. But, actually maybe 6 yards here. But, yeah, the only two positions they really need to fix, O-line and DBs. If you have time to go invest in anything else, you look towards the front seven because mostly the interior defensive line because they need to stop the run game. At times, they struggle to stop the run. So that's what I would have to say. So, O-line, DB, front seven in that particular order. 2nd and 5. Hurts gives it now to Saquon, and Saquon's going to get dropped after picking up a yard, maybe 2. 3rd down coming up here. Third down and 4 here for the Eagles. They're not trying to get off this field again. They got to pick up this first down. Pressure's coming. Hurts. Backing up, fires! Incomplete. Nobody's even open. I don't even know where Jalen Hurts was throwing the football. Another disastrous drive that results in a punt for the Philadelphia Eagles. Okay, conversations need to be had. Let me see this again. A.J. Brown was wide open, and I don't know how Jalen Hurts missed him. What was that throw? Jalen Hurts, what was that throw? Conversations need to be made. A.J. Brown was wide open. Jalen Hurts is staring at A.J. Brown get open, and he threw the pass out of bounds. What was that? Zacchaeus makes the catch there. It gets tackled immediately. What was that? Somebody's got to explain this to me. Jalen Hurts. All right. Yeah. This Eagles team is going to get exposed in the playoffs, man. This Eagles team is going to get exposed. Let me take a look at some stats right now because it's not the best. Jaden Daniels, 3 of 4, 37 yards. Hasn't really gotten much going. 103 passer rating. But Jalen Hurts, 6 of 13, 58 yards. Passer rating of 59. What is he doing? How did he miss him? A.J. Brown gets open on the sideline. He gets open. He runs like a little corner route. He gets open. Or it's some sort of comeback route. He gets open. Hurts rolls to his left towards the direction that A.J. Brown's open, and he just throws a terrible ball. I feel that hit on the trick play shook him up. It might have shaken him up. Do they check? Is he okay? I'm not saying he should be checked for a concussion, but like, how did you miss that?
Well, I'd love to get into the X's and O's of this game. I'd rather get you into the game with live betting on DraftKings Sportsbook. Bet on the action as it unfolds with this exclusive offer. It is so easy. You can fire off a
Where is that thing?
QB's release time. All you got to do is download the DraftKings Sportsbook.
It's supposed to be in one of these drawers.
Snag this sweet live betting offer, but hurry. It's only for a limited time. And remember, the crown is yours.
Can't find it.
Hardee's candy bacon, glistening with caramelized brown sugar, adds a festive twist. Made from scratch breakfast biscuits, Frisco sandwiches, or anytime. Unwrap the holiday goodness of Hardee's. Try on the app exclusive candy bacon Frisco.
Oh well. But yeah, I don't know how Jalen Hurts misses that throw. I'm about to go on Twitter and see that throw again. How did he miss that? Commanders get the ball here.
Presented by the all-new Nissan Kicks. How early is too early for Christmas music? Well, the Eagles say 8 days from now is fair game. That's when a Philly special Christmas party drops. The third album
Alright, let me take a look at this play. How did he miss AJ Brown? I'm looking at the replay. Yeah, Jalen Hurts just missed a wide open AJ Brown. Yeah, he just missed him. How did he miss him? That I don't even know what that throw was. First down and 10 for the Commanders. They're at their own 27-yard line. Quick throw here, gets it to De'Ami Brown. Brown's gonna pick up a few yards here, takes a shot, picks up about 5 yards. Second down coming up here for the Commanders.
It's coming, I promise you. It's coming. He may be in the back of some, well, it is sweet right now. It's tempo offense. Exactly. Second down and 6.
Second down here for the Commanders. Daniel's going to hand the ball off here to Robinson. Robinson breaking tackles, picking up the first down. Commanders going to move the chains here. The Commanders must establish their running game if they're going to beat Philadelphia. That's what got you the touchdown drive. Establish your running game. That is your bread and butter. First down here. Daniels gets it to Robinson. Robinson picking up 9 yards. Second down coming up here for the Commanders. Sirianni's killing his players. He's coming up with terrible plays. Oh boy. Sirianni's a problem. 6:48 left to go here in the first half. Commanders do get the ball coming out of halftime, so if they can make this a 14-0 game, that would be huge for Washington. 2nd and 1. Probably look to run the ball here. You hand it off to Eckler. Eckler gets the edge. Eckler picks up the first down. And the Commanders are at midfield. But there's a flag on the play. What's the flag for?
Against Washington.
They're going to call holding on the offense.
That's Brown on the outside. A lot of these quarterbacks have different ways of getting themselves ready. Jay Daniels, who was telling us he's the best basketball player on the team, he does this since he's been in high school. I'm sure one of his quarterback coaches over the years told him about this, and he said he does a bunch of different movements, a bunch of different things, and by the time he's done,
All right, boy.
maybe a 10 or 15-minute workout with
A holding call on 2nd and 1. Of course. So, 2nd and 1. You picked up the first down. You get called for holding. That moves you back 10 yards. All right. 2nd down here for the Commanders. Jaden takes the snap. Looking. Going to check it down here. Eckler shaking and baking defenders. Picking up some good yardage here. 3rd down coming up here for the Commanders. Third down and 4. Can they pick up the first down here? Move the chains. Philly looks like they're going to send 4. Here we go. They're sending 4. Jaden across the middle. It's caught. Zach Ertz picks up the first down. Good play there. First down, Commanders. I'm not gonna lie, in these 3rd and short situations, you can't be giving up that type of space. It's 4 yards. I don't like playing zone coverage or giving up that type of space on a 3rd and short. First down here, Jaden's gonna roll. Jaden's just gonna get down. Nothing's there, so he's gonna get down. I think he gets back to the line of scrimmage. We'll just have to see here. 2nd down coming up for the Commanders. I think he got back to the line of scrimmage. He was able to get a yard, so he did get back to the line of scrimmage and picked up a yard. 2nd down and 9 here for the Commanders offense. Jaden fakes the handoff. Jaden's got time. He's going to fire across the middle of the field. It is low, incomplete. He was looking for Noah Brown. He could not connect with him. Incomplete. It was a low throw by Jaden. You could tell, man. Them ribs definitely affecting him. That's a low throw. That is a low throw by Jaden Daniels. He has him. He has him. He literally has Noah Brown open. He just throws a low ball. He has him open but throws a low ball. That's on Jaden Daniels. That's on Jaden Daniels. You got a receiver open. You got to hit it. That's a low throw. Empty backfield here on 3rd and 9. They're going to send 5. Pressure's coming. Daniels takes a deep drop back here. Fires across the middle. Eckler drops the pass. Incomplete. The Commanders were unable to pick up the 1st down. They're going to have to punt the football. Daniels missed that throw. He just missed that throw on 2nd down. 3rd down, the ball looked like it got tipped, and Eckler just couldn't make the catch. Would he have been able to pick up the 1st down? I don't know. But that's tough, man. So we're stuck with a 7-0 game here. Eagles are going to get the football back once again. Let's see if we can get a good punt to pin them at their own 5-yard line potentially. Let's see if we can get a good punt here. This looks to be a good punt. They'll be inside their own 10-yard line. You'll take it. 4:11 left to go here in the 1st half of this football game. Commanders struggling. They did get a touchdown, so that's good for them. Philadelphia is also struggling. No points for them, though. Both quarterbacks aren't playing their best football in this 1st half. It's been very nasty. Been very, very nasty. Credit to both defenses, but at the same time, it's been a situation where both quarterbacks have they've missed throws. They've had guys open. They've just missed throws.
A matchup for the history books. Our nation's capital, or its birthplace, savory half-smokes, or sizzling cheese steaks. The city of brotherly love, or a city in bloom. When you're looking for your next place to live, how do you find the perfect place for you? The Coldwell Banker Movement here is a free tool that lets you compare cost and quality of living between any 2 cities in America.
Let's see if the defense can keep up what they're doing.
The most useful tool in real estate, only from Coldwell Banker.
Store closes at 5. We just need to grab a few more pills.
Check. That's the one.
Okay, let's go.
JJ1. Hey, I made my family
Oy.
disappear. You're not TJ. You say I'm throwing flies.
Sorry, guys. Just
Gotta get something going here, man. Gotta get something going here.
It's a beaut, Jade. It's a beaut.
Look who's joining us for my favorite part of the day.
Oi.
Well, yeah, they can help lower cholesterol.
Okay.
JD been playing hurt since Chicago. Yeah, I mean, he suffered he didn't play in that game. So he suffered the rib injury, obviously, against the Panthers. He's hurt. It's affecting his mechanics. And he's not putting enough power on them throws. Because he had Noah Brown open, but just underthrew the football.
Only a K.
Credit to him. I don't even know how he got that Hail Mary down there. You're at 96. You're getting close. Whenever you're ready, it's whenever you're ready, though. That means this is probably going to come out at halftime, most likely. Saquon's been having a great season. 1st and 10 here. Philly needs to fully invest in their running game. Because they're throwing way too many passes right now, and it's not working out, given the circumstances. They got to invest in this running game a little bit more. Just give more opportunities to Saquon and let him do what he does. 1st and 10 here for the Eagles. Hurts takes a snap. He's going to get it to Saquon. Saquon going to pick up the 1st down here. Going to tightrope it and pick up the 1st down.
And guys, I think we all got a good laugh out of it when Nick Sirianni told us his 8-year-old son was one of those kids watching that game with his friends who all immediately said, we're going to do that. But Sirianni's brother, a football coach himself, had to be the one to tell those kids.
Oh, they said he was short, so it's a 2nd and inches type situation here, huh? 2nd and inches. You just give the ball to Saquon here. First down picked up. First down, Eagles. Who's getting fired next? McCarthy, Sirianni, Peterson, Eberflus, or Stefanski? Stefanski's not getting fired. McCarthy might be getting fired. Peterson, I don't even know what the Jaguars are doing anymore, so maybe. Sirianni, if this team loses in the playoffs, he still wouldn't get fired. It's got to be Eberflus. They can't afford to waste Caleb Williams. Play fake here. Fires. Hurts got his man, A.J. Brown, for the first down. Or maybe he might be short, depends on where they spot him. 3 minutes left to go here in the first half. They're going to give him the first down. They did mark him. They did give him forward progress. So, yeah, first down, Philadelphia. That's a good throw there by Hurts. 1st and 10, Hurts takes a snap. Hurts looking towards his left. He's going to fire. It's going to be caught by Devontae Smith. Smith's going to be dropped there. He picks up 3 yards. Second down coming up here for the Eagles. 2:38 left to go here in the first half of this game. Washington does get the ball coming out of halftime, so got to keep that in mind. Peterson, maybe. I don't know. Jalen Hurts, 9 of 16 for 80 yards passing. Not much really going on here in this first half for the Eagles. No points on the board is not exactly what they expected. The Commanders' defense done a good job against them, but the Eagles have also hurt themselves with penalties and dumb decisions. 2nd and 7. They're going to give it to Saquon. Saquon spins, breaks out of a tackle, and picks up a first down. That spin move was lethal by Saquon. Perfect spin move leads to the first down. Perfect spin move leads to the first down. That is what Saquon Barkley does for a football team, man. That spin move gets them the first down because he spins away from a defender, picks up the extra yards, and gets the first down. And that is the 2-minute warning, ladies and gentlemen. 7-0 game here in Philadelphia. Commanders with the lead. Eagles looking to tie it up before halftime.
Yes, sir. I call it blunt marketing. Very blunt. This is an ad for Solo stuff. Look at that.
Stefanski's a 2-time coach of the year. He's not getting fired. Stefanski's not getting fired. He's not. What's going on, Josh? Appreciate you stopping by.
I'm here because you're more likely to buy this fire pit because I'm Snoop. Facts. Super blunt. Here comes the logo.
Oh. Oh my god, it actually uploaded. Took 12 years, but it actually uploaded. Let me check this out. Sorry about that. I'll have to make some checks afterwards. Let me see. Oh, okay, so I'm guessing my...
This is the Google Pixel 9.
Oh,
These are some restaurants Dan just
okay.
suggested. And this is you holding down a button and having
Okay.
Gemini put these restaurants on a map.
Okay, I'm not messing with that.
Nice. That works.
Give me this instead. Let me check this. Are you connected? Are you plugged? No, you are not.
That was it. You're in.
As a veteran, I'm already in. USAA, are you eligible?
USAA presents this Salute to Service moment. NFL legend Brian Dawkins was part of the Wounded Warrior Project Carry Forward 5K to raise awareness of challenges.
Alright, it seemed like it took 12 years, but it came up. Alright. I'm about to change up the thumbnail. I'm still looking for something for that. Anyway, 2-minute warning here. Obviously, 2 minutes left to go in the first half. Eagles looking to tie it up here.
An inside source told me they were spotted very late last night at Independence Hall trying to repair the crack in the Liberty Bowl. But what can I tell you? Look at your
1st and 10 for Philadelphia. They're going to hand it to Saquon. Saquon is going to pick up 3 yards. 2, maybe 3 yards. 2nd down coming up here for the Eagles. 1:50 left to go. Washington and Philadelphia both have all 3 of their timeouts, so we'll see how this goes.
By the way, that was the Liberty Bell, not the Liberty Bowl.
They're letting this clock wind down on 2nd and 6. Fires over the middle. It's caught by Devontae Smith. Smith gets inside the 30 and takes a shot right there. 1st and 10, Philadelphia. They're moving the chains. Gotta get the ball to your playmakers after all. 1:09 left to go here in the first half. Eagles looking to tie the game up here. Hurts fakes the handoff. Rolls to his right. He's going to get some space, and he's just going to slide down because he wants to kill this clock. Timeout's going to be... Well, flag on the play. Never mind. Never mind the timeout. Flag on the play. Is this going to be a hold on the offense? This might be on Philly. Oh, illegal contact on the defense. Wow. Worst possible situation. First and 10 here for the Eagles at the 20-yard line. 58 seconds left to go here in the first half. Hurts hands the ball off. Saquon picking up 2 yards here. Timeout called here with 51 seconds left. Who just used their first timeout? The Commanders using their first timeout here. They're going to try to get the ball back to see if they can make a play. Dan Quinn's trying to get the ball back to the offense to see if they can try to make a play just before halftime. Commanders already get the ball coming out of halftime, so I don't think he needs to necessarily take that type of risk. But I understand him wanting to do so. Second down and 8, 53 seconds. They put 2 seconds back on the clock. 53 seconds left, 2nd and 8. They're going to try to get Jalen Hurts to make a mistake. Get the ball back to the offense. Eagles looking to tie the game just before halftime. Hurts fires downfield. Incomplete. 3rd and 8. He was looking for Devontae Smith. Incomplete. Good play. Good coverage there by the defense. I ain't gonna lie, that could have been picked potentially. Corner reacted greatly, but you know, if he's able to jump up high in the air with both hands, he might be able to get that pick. But he just knocks it out, so the play isn't completed. That's good on him. Good play defensively. You don't want to give up the touchdown trying to get a pick. 3rd and 8 here. Commanders doing a great job defensively with the timing. Here we go. Hurts takes the snap. Hurts. Pressure's coming. Hurts. He had a check down and he said no. He says, I'm going to take it myself. He picks up the first down with his legs. 1st and goal here for the Philadelphia Eagles. They're trying to get this touchdown at all costs.
This is the danger by Armstrong. When you get upfield, a little spin move takes him out, and now look at all that space. And that's what you do not want to do, can't afford to do, because the acceleration and the power that he runs with, when he gets going, he covers a lot of ground.
Jalen Hurts picks up the first down with his legs.
That's a critical scramble for the first down there by Jalen Hurts.
1st and goal with 39 seconds left on the clock. Hurts just going to take it himself. Hurts trying to utilize the wheels. Hurts breaking a tackle. Hurts going to be dropped at the 4-yard line. 33 seconds left. A timeout is called. This is most likely by Philadelphia. Yep, Philadelphia is going to utilize their first timeout here. 2nd and goal here for the Eagles. Be good to see if the Commanders' defense can make a stop just before halftime.
Anyway, as play resumes here after the timeout, 2nd down and goal, 33 seconds.
Hurts under center. Hands it to Saquon. Saquon does not get anything. Maybe a yard. 3rd and goal. Philadelphia is going to use their 2nd timeout. 28 seconds left to go on the clock. It comes down to a 3rd and goal here. They might go for on 4th down if they don't get it because they really want the touchdown. If they can't get in, Jake Elliott may go out there. 3rd down and goal at the 3-yard line. Can the Eagles punch this in to tie the game? Can the Commanders hold on and force a field goal? 28 seconds left on the clock. 3rd and goal at the 3-yard line. Hurts in the shotgun here. He takes the snap, fakes the handoff. Looking. Nobody's open. Hurts trying to get something going. Hurts! Toss the ball. You can't. What is he doing? Incomplete. He just tossed the ball. Incomplete. Hurts is... What was the point of that? To stop them from using their final timeout? Hurts took a risk. He just chucked the ball. Pressure was coming. He tried to take off. The defenders were all over and he just chucked the ball. He was looking for Devontae Smith on a crossing route, but he just ran into his own receiver. And Devontae Smith was open, but by then the defenders were already on him. So Jalen Hurts could not get it. He could not get it to Devontae Smith, who was wide open at that point. A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith just ran into each other, and that's ultimately what caused that play to be messed up. The kick is up, and it is good. The field goal is there. It's a 7-3 game. Elliott hits the 21-yard field goal. 19 seconds left to go in the first half. Obviously, Washington's not doing anything with 19 seconds. I don't think Dan Quinn's going to want to be aggressive with 19 seconds unless we get great field position. Hurts is taking some shots here in the first half, but their offense is doing absolutely nothing. The good news is the Commanders do get the ball coming out of halftime, so they don't have to do anything here. They can take a knee. They've got the lead. So they could take a knee here and just go into halftime. Don't need to force anything. Don't need to do anything crazy. Take the knee and go into halftime.
Great friends with John Madden. They went to high school together, and in the years when I was working with the great coach John Madden on Monday night and Sunday night football, John Robinson would come along. He's kind of like this spot. It's great. But it's great to have him around.
Over the last few years, he's bounced around various college jobs as an analyst, just around a lot of times.
Jeez.
He's a great man, but one of the best.
19 seconds left. Pretty sure they're just going to take the knee. That ball gets kicked out of bounds. You just take the knee here. The crazy part about it, with 19 seconds left, I know that in 2 timeouts, 19 seconds and 2 timeouts, Dan Quinn likes to be a bit of a risk taker. And he might want to try something here to see if they can get in the field goal range with 19 seconds and 2 timeouts. I'd probably just say take a knee. You got the lead heading into halftime. But Dan Quinn, don't put it past Dan Quinn to be aggressive. Do not put it past Dan Quinn to be aggressive. They're going to go for this. They're going to go for the field goal. They're going to start at the 30, 19 seconds left. They're going to go for the field goal. 19 seconds, 2 timeouts. Can they get into field goal range? 1st and 10 here. Daniels takes the snap. Daniels just checks it down the middle of the field. Eckler makes a move. Eckler gets up to midfield. Timeout. That is perfect. Timeout, 11 seconds left. If you can get a good 10 yards here, you're in the field goal range. 1 timeout left, good position. 11 seconds left. That was perfectly executed. Eckler gets them up to midfield. They've got a shot to get into field goal range now. First and 10, 12 seconds left. Daniels, quick throw. Fire incomplete. 9 seconds left here. Second and 10. You're trying to get into field goal range. If they can't get it, they'll probably take a Hail Mary and go into halftime.
So now you got Gonzalez, who's the kicker they picked up last week.
You got 1 timeout left. You can use the middle of the field. If you can get into field goal range, you got a shot. Give your kicker a chance to make this a 10-3 game. Ooh, my glasses. I really need new glasses. Philadelphia is going to use a timeout. They're going to use their last timeout. They don't like their defensive setup. They saw something in the Commanders' offense. They want to use their timeout.
Right, a screen. So nothing downfield. 5 to Eckler, 1 to Ertz, 1 to Robinson. Second and 10.
9 seconds left. Empty backfield here for Jaden Daniels. Second and 10. Daniels fires. Caught. Timeout. Eagles are saying incomplete. And it was incomplete. That's incomplete. You could have taken a chance with that. That's incomplete. That's incomplete. You got to go for a Hail Mary now. Yeah, it's going to come down to a Hail Mary. Incomplete pass, 4 seconds left. You got to go for a Hail Mary. Because if you would have caught that, you take the timeout there, and you go for the field goal. It'll be a long field goal, but you go for the field goal. Now with 4 seconds left, you got to go for a Hail Mary just before halftime. Let's see what you can do. So Jalen Hurts is in the medical tent right now getting checked out. That could be huge. That could be huge depending on how this game's going to go. So if he's not okay, he may not play in the second half. But he's getting checked out the medical tent right now. We'll see. Final play of the half. They're not going to run a Hail Mary. They're just going to let this clock run down, and they're going to go to halftime. They could have attempted a Hail Mary, but they're not about to just take a chance. They got the ball coming out of halftime. They're not going to do the most here. So with that run, we go to halftime. The Commanders are up 7-3 in a nasty Thursday night football game so far. So hopefully things heat up in the second half. But Commanders up 7-3, and they get the ball coming out of half. So we will have to see what happens in the second half. As for me, I got to go handle some business. Perfect time for halftime because I just got a notification for the business I got to handle. So I will see you guys in the second half of this game, and we'll just have to see if things start to heat up in this game. Commanders get the ball coming out of halftime. Let's see what they can do with it. Until then, I will see you in the second half. All right, second half here. It's been a tough first half of football. Commanders have a 7-3 lead. They're getting the ball back here. Not a lot of offense happening offensively here. Jalen Hurts is on the exercise bike right now, so he's dealing with some sort of injury. I don't know what it is, but he's trying to keep himself warmed up because he might have pulled something. I don't know. Either way, second half of football here. Commanders get the ball first. Commanders get the ball coming out of half, so they're going to see if they can go strike and extend their lead. It's a 7-3 game. Not a lot of offense happening here on Thursday Night Football. Let's see if the Commanders can change it here on this drive. That's the worst possible way to start off the half. Eckler fumbled the ball on the kickoff. Walker was able to recover it, but we almost turned the ball over. What the hell? Just look at this. Austin Eckler fumbled the ball. Walker immediately got down and got that football. My God. That would have been a disaster. A turnover to start off the half would have been terrible. How did Eckler fumble that ball? Commanders were able to retain it. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line due to the fumble. So let's see if the offense can get something going here to start off this half. They're going to run it here with Robinson. Robinson picking up 9 yards. Second down coming up here for the Commanders. What a way to come out the locker room, right? Nearly fumble the ball away. Just give the momentum right to the Eagles, who most likely would have scored a touchdown in that situation. Second down and 2. Probably look to run it again. Oh, wow. They got behind the line of scrimmage. That was a fantastic tackle. Behind the line of scrimmage. Stops Robinson right in his tracks to make it a 3rd down situation here. Oh, the offensive line has just been terrible today. The offensive line has been terrible today. They're missing block after block after block. Look at this missed block. Robinson had a hole, and he probably could have taken it 10, 15 yards. But because the offensive lineman just fails to block his defender there, you get what you get. 3rd down and 5. Pass is incomplete. Flag on the play. There's going to be a pass interference call. Daniels was looking for Noah Brown. And there's a flag on the play. That's going to be on the Eagles. That's absolutely going to be on Philly, and that's going to move the chains. Pass interference on the defense. 1st down, Commanders. That was absolutely a penalty. It was the gene on Noah Brown here. Brown got open. He had separation. And, ooh. Actually, that's relatively close. If anything, I probably would have called a penalty on the hit on Jaden Daniels after he threw the ball. That should have been a penalty as opposed. That pass interference call's iffy, but there could have been a roughing the passer that should have been called. Either way, you get the penalty and moves you to midfield. 1st and 10 here for the Commanders. They're going to give it to Robinson. Robinson is just fighting for extra yards. The offensive line is doing him no favors today. The offensive line has done him no favors today. They're not doing a good job blocking. The gene, yeah, he grabbed. Yep, there it is. He grabbed. It didn't really impede him from getting it, but it is what it is. Daniels, quick toss here to Eckler. Eckler breaking tackles. Eckler getting inside the 30. And the Commanders are moving the ball and moving the chains inside field goal range. Eckler has been our main receiver tonight with 81 receiving yards. 1st and 10. You got to get a look to Terry at some point. You hand it to Robinson. Robinson getting some some nice blocking on that one finally. Picks up about 8 yards. Second down coming up here for the Commanders. If the Commanders can take a 14-3 lead, that puts them in a good position here. Second down and 2. Daniels keeps it himself and just gets walloped. I don't know about that play call. I would have preferred for him to just check it down to one of our backs or something. There was nothing open when he took off. It looked like it was a design run, because you motion Eckler to the right, and then you got Robinson there too. Yeah, it just looked like it was a design run. Either it was a design run or it was just a broken down play, and Daniels just took off. But nothing was there, nothing was open, and it gets you in a 3rd down and 4 situation. Loss of 2. 3rd and 4 here at the Eagles' 22-yard line. Daniels takes a snap. Daniels, backpedaling, fires across the middle, incomplete. He was looking for McLaurin. Incomplete. They cannot connect, and the Commanders are going to settle for a field goal. Yeah, I got that Commanders shirt on. I got the Commanders shirt on, and I got my Commanders hat. HTTC. So yeah, I'm rocking the gear. I've had this for a minute now, so I'm just rocking the gear. Jaden Daniels just cannot seem to connect with Terry McLaurin. McLaurin has 0 catches today. Crazy to see. 40-yard field goal here to make it a 7-point game once again. At least get some points coming out of this drive. The kick is good, but a flag's on the play. Did somebody jump? False start on the offense, because why not? Let's just make it harder for him. 40-yard field goal turns into a 45-yard field goal. Oh, God. Oh, no, delay of game. Oh, my God, I thought somebody jumped. This is worse. Delay a game. Delay a game. 40-yard field goal turns into 45-yard field goal. Gonzalez, you got to make this one. He made it from 41 and 48 last week. Can he make it here from 45? The kick is up, and it is still good. 45-yard field goal is good. Commanders take a 10-3 lead here. Back to a 7-point game. Philly offense getting ready to come on the field here. 11:03 left to go here in the 3rd quarter. I'm curious, when the Ravens have their bye, week 14, Steelers already had their bye, Bengals bye is next week. When is the Ravens? Week 14. They play the Steelers next week. They play the Chargers afterwards. Then they play the Philadelphia Eagles. After the Eagles game, they have their bye week. So week 11, week 12, week 13. Their bye week is week 14. Then fresh out of the bye, we have like 3 games in like 16 days. Actually, let me see. Is it 3 in 17 days or something? No, let me see, because we have one. I know we have a Saturday game. It might be 3 in 10 days or something like that, because we have a Saturday game, a Sunday game, and then a Thursday game. Fresh off the bye, we've got 3 games in like 10 days. Let me check. We're not the only team with that. The Steelers also have that as well. I think the Texans might have that as well. A couple teams have like 3 games in 10 days. Or maybe the entire league may be like that. No, I think it's just us. Yeah, so we got Pittsburgh on Sunday. Monday Night Football against the Chargers. Then December 1st, we play 4:25 at home against the Eagles. Then we go on a bye week. We play the Giants on the 15th. 6 days later, we play the Steelers in Baltimore. And then another 4 days later, we play the Texans in Houston for Christmas Day. So, yeah, I believe we have 3 games within the span of 10 days. Off the bye week, 3 games in 10 days. Yeah, Steelers, Texans, yeah, and Chiefs also have 3 games in 10 days. I guess we're the 4 teams that just happen to be stuck on that because we ended up getting Christmas. The quarterback runs are not working for the Commanders. They're not even really setting them up. Like, usually you would set up to fake the handoff. Like, again, you could utilize the zone read here. Not really doing that. A lot of this is really just like this straight up quarterback draws, and that's just not going to work. quarterback draw, quarterback power. It's not going to work when the offensive line's not blocking.
You're watching 7 hours of non-stop football action. Hey son, what's my opinion on the
The
NFC?
Jets, week 1, Monday Night Football, week 2, Sunday, week 3, Thursday. That technically could count as a 3 games in a 10-day span to start off the season. Arguments can definitely be made in that situation. Because that would definitely be 3 games in 10 days. If you play on Sunday and then you play week 1, you play on Monday, then you play, 6 days later on Sunday, and you play 4 days later. Yeah, that's definitely 3 games in 10 days.
This seems off a little bit tonight. Let's see, got a couple of tuck there on that.
Eagles got the ball here. They're going to return it. Good return. Gets up to around the 35-yard line. Flag on the play, so this might bring it back. Flag on the play, so it might bring it back if there's a hold or a block in the back. Holding on. Yep, that's going to bring it back.
Now let's take a look at our next gen stats powered by AWS. Focusing on Saquon Barkley outside the tackle with 7 carries, 37 yards. Doing a better job outside than he has in the inside. Inside the tackle is an area Philadelphia really prides itself.
Philadelphia has not been. This has been a bad overall game offensively for Philadelphia. They've hurt themselves. For the Commanders, Jaden Daniels has been accurate. Jaden Daniels has been inaccurate, and I don't think the play calling for Cliff has been the strongest tonight. It's been a weird game. Both teams offensively aren't really doing that well. 1st and 10 for the Eagles. Play clock is down. They got to get the ball snapped here. 1st down. Hurts gonna keep it himself and take off. And he's going to pick up about 7 yards because he slid. 2nd down coming up here for the Eagles. Is Dan Quinn your pick for Coach of the Year? He's absolutely the main candidate. I feel like he's got to be the leading candidate, especially if the Commanders win this division. If the Commanders win like 12 games and win the NFC East, he's got to be Coach of the Year. He'll be Coach of the Year, and Jaden Daniels will be Offensive Rookie of the Year. 2nd down and 3 here. Jaden Daniels in the pistol. He's going to hand the ball off to Saquon. And Saquon's going to be stopped 1.5 yards short. 3rd down coming up here for the Eagles. Eagles not trying to go 3 and out fresh off of halftime. They got to pick up these yards. 3rd down coming up here for the Eagles. Honestly, Philly probably would more likely be successful in running the ball here on 3rd and 2. But they I don't know, they're doing a lot of fake, like a lot of play action, a lot of fake handoffs here. It's been a weird game for the Eagles offensively. It feels like they're just hurting themselves with some of these decisions play calling wise. Just line up under center and just hand the ball to Saquon. And then you do another play action. Look at this. What are you doing? Well, it worked out because Goddard got open. Dallas Goddard got open in the middle of the field and he picked up the 1st down. So it worked. Can't hate on it if it worked. I think you just run the ball with Saquon on that 3rd and 2. They had the opportunity, but, they're doing a lot of play action stuff here. It's interesting. I don't think it's been the most successful. That's actually one of the more successful plays tonight because it actually caught the Commanders off guard because Goddard was able to just break free, fake block, break free in the middle of the field, and Hurts found them. 1st and 10 here for the Philadelphia Eagles. They're going to hand it off here to Saquon. The Commanders' defense has done a good job in holding off Saquon. Saquon has not really had much of a game tonight. We'll go look at the stats, too. I mean, Saquon Barkley, 16 carries, 57 yards. He's getting his runs off because they're giving him a lot of carries, but it's not the highly explosive game. It's not the highly explosive game you usually expect to see from Saquon. So, considering who they're going up against and how the Commanders' run defense isn't the best, they're actually doing a pretty good job in staying fundamentally sound in stopping Saquon. 2nd down and 10 here for the Eagles. Got to get this ball snapped. Play clock's running. They're going to hand it off to Saquon again. And Saquon, he's going to pick up 3 yards on this play here. 3rd down's coming up for the Eagles. 3rd and long now. Yeah, the defense is doing a good job on Saquon. He picks up a yard here, and then he gets stuffed. He picks up 4 yards there, and then he gets stuffed. They're doing a good job on Saquon Barkley, so you can't even be mad. Can't be mad at what you're seeing. Defense is doing good containing Barkley. Yeah, they've been doing a good job. That's why they haven't really scored a lot of points. 3 points of offense, because they've slowed down Saquon. 3rd down and 6 here. A quick toss over the middle of the field. Saquon breaks a tackle. Saquon inside the 30, inside the 20. Saquon takes him down into Washington territory. Saquon with the huge catch and run. Eventually, Saquon was going to make some sort of big play, and there it is for Saquon Barkley breaking a tackle and taking them to field goal range. He leaked out, a tackle was missed, and Saquon just taking it. Saquon's had a lot of plays like that this season where he just goes and makes these type of plays. 40 yards there on that catch and run for a Saquon. Then a quick throw here to Dallas Goedert. Goddard picks up a yard, maybe 2, 2nd down here.
He's looking downfield, trying to sell that, and just a simple check down. Right there, that missed tackle, he's got to be able to make that play because everybody else is locked up in man coverage.
And Commanders got caught. Commanders got caught on that 3rd down play. Everybody was downfield because they were running a lot of deep routes. He just takes the underneath. The person that came up to try to make the tackle just missed the tackle, and there goes Saquon Barkley. That's how it works. 2-yard picked up on 1st down, 2nd and 8. Defense can still make a stop. You give up a field goal, you're not really hurting. Got to watch out. You got Devontae Smith and A.J. Brown on the same side. A.J. Brown, someone's got to watch for him. Here comes Jalen Hurts. He's going to go out of bounds. He's going to pick up a few yards. 3rd down coming up here for the Eagles. Can the Commanders hold them off here and force them to kick 3? 2-yard pickup for Jalen Hurts. 3rd down and 6 coming up here. 6:05 left to go here in the 3rd quarter. Can the Commanders defense hold them from the end zone? They've done a great job so far today from stopping the Eagles from scoring a touchdown. It's a 10-3 game. 3rd and 6. Defense looking to make a stop here, forcing Philly to kick a field goal. Can they get it done here? Clock continues to wind down. 3 seconds on the play clock. They got to get this ball snapped before a delay of game happens. They get it off in time. Hurts floats it. He's got nobody because he threw it out of bounds. He was looking for A.J. Brown. Overthrew A.J. Brown. Incomplete. Philly's going to have to settle for another field goal. And they cannot find the end zone to save their life tonight. They've had plenty of opportunities. A.J. Brown was lined up one-on-one. You got to give A.J. Brown a chance. When he has the size advantage, you've got to give him a chance. But he just overthrows him. He just overthrows A.J. Brown. Both quarterbacks have been highly inaccurate with their passes today. Jake Elliott with the 31-yard field goal to make it a 4-point game once again. Kick is up and it is good. So far, both teams just exchanging field goals. 10-6 game here in Philadelphia. Jaden Daniels in the offense getting ready to come back on the field. Man, it's really one of those games. You expected it to be a lot better offensive-wise, but it's really one of those games. Jaden Daniels, 9 of 15, 103 passing yards, passer rating at 80. Jalen Hurts, 13 of 23, 161 pass yards and a passer rating of 78.4. Saquon with 61 rushing yards and 52 receiving yards. So Saquon is still doing his thing, but it's not resulting in touchdowns. They're not getting the end zone. Austin Eckler is the only one that's doing anything offensively. He's got 6 catches for 81 yards. Zach Ertz got a catch for 9 yards. Brian Robinson's got a catch for 9 yards. De'Ami Brown has a catch for 4 yards. Terry McLaurin has been targeted once the entire game. They could not connect. That was on that 3rd down play. 0 yards for Terry McLaurin. This is where you got to look at Cliff. You have to run plays for your playmakers. Even if it's a quick throw just to get the ball in the hands of Terry, you've got to get him involved. There's no way this offense is going to be able to make a play if they don't get Terry McLaurin involved. Your best receiver has 0 catches in this game. You have to look to get him involved in the offense. Even if it's a wide receiver screen, just get the ball in his hands and let him go make a play. I wonder who was the last rookie quarterback to lead his team to the top seed or second seed. Pretty sure Ben Roethlisberger was the last. Oh, no. Oh, Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott was the last. Dak Prescott was the last quarterback to lead his team to a top 2 seed. That was in 2016. They had, I believe, they were the number 1 seed that year in the NFC and had the bye week, so they got to play in the division round. So let me look at this. 2016 Cowboys. They were, so Dak Prescott's the last rookie quarterback I remember that actually did that. Because I believe they were the number 1 seed. Yeah, they were the number 1 seed. They lost it. They were the number 1 seed at 13-3, and they lost in the division round to the Packers. I remember that game. It was fun. So yeah, Dak Prescott's the last rookie quarterback to lead his team to the top seed in the conference. I believe the Lions will be the 1 seed and Washington will be the 2 seed this year in the NFC playoffs. Potentially, but it depends on how this game goes. If Philly wins, they're going to be second place right now. So we're fighting with the Eagles for that number 2 seed spot. But whoever wins this game puts themselves in the position to get it. Not to mention, Minnesota's still in the mix. I think they're, 7-2 as well? So, Minnesota. Let me take a look at the standings real quick. You can see it. You take a look at the standings in the NFC. The Lions are 8-1. The Eagles are 7-2. Commanders are 7-3. Vikings are 7-2. So the Vikings are right there for that spot. So Vikings, Commanders, and Eagles are all fighting for second place, and they're not that far behind the Lions for the number 1 seed. So plenty of football left to play. We'll see how things kind of just turn out in terms of that seeding spot. You know, it all comes down to that for the most part. 1st and 10 here for the Washington Commanders. 10-6 game, 5:32 left to go in the 3rd quarter. Offense not really doing much of anything for both teams. It's been an offensive struggle all game. Both offenses looking to get some sort of spark. Washington, the number 1 thing you got to look to do, you've got to get the ball in the hands of your playmakers. Terry having 0 catches is unacceptable. Run a play for him. So they're going to start with running the ball with Brian Robinson. He's going to pick up about, 3-4 yards. 2nd down coming up here for the Washington Commanders. You've got to get your playmakers involved. You think the Cowboys need to draft a running back? That's the only way they're going to get any good running production. But drafting a running back isn't going to solve all their problems. 2nd and 7. You're going to fake the handoff. Jaden Daniels got an open hole. He saw it. And he's just going to lean forward and pick up the 1st down. 1st down, Commanders. You want to get the run game going, but again, I feel like in order to open this offense up, you've got to get the ball in the hands of your playmakers. And the fact that Terry has 0 catches is something that has to be noted. A wide receiver screen would be noted right now. Get the ball in the hands of your best players. Let your playmakers go make plays. Continue to run the ball well, because that's what they're doing. About a 3-yard pickup here on 1st down. 2nd down coming up here for the Commanders. They're at or they're near midfield, so let's see if they can continue to move the chains. 4:20 left to go here in the 3rd quarter. Excuse me. 2nd down and 6 here. Daniels takes the snap, hands it to Robinson. Robinson trying to get out of this tackle here. They caught him behind the line of scrimmage, but he was able to get forward and pick up a yard. 3rd down coming up here for the Commanders. Again, the Eagles have done a good job up front. This offensive line for the Commanders, they are not doing a good job blocking at all. They're doing extremely poorly blocking. 3rd down and 5. Commanders are 1-7 on 3rd down conversions tonight. They need to get something going. Here we go. Jaden gets sacked. It's just nothing there. There's just nothing there. Philly's defense is terrorizing the Commanders' offense today. Just nothing there. There's just nothing there. You got to punt the football. There's just nothing there. And then the offensive line, they're just getting beat. Look at this. Again, Coleman. Coleman is just getting beat all game. It don't matter who they line him up with. Coleman can't make a stop. He's getting beat everywhere. My goodness, dude. Can you block? They're going to have to punt this football again. That nearly got blocked. They nearly blocked the punt. It was collected around the 15. He's breaking tackles, getting up to around the 20-yard line, and that's where the Eagles will take it. They're just exploiting Coleman because he can't block. The left tackle position has just been awful tonight. Coleman can't block. Coleman can't block, man. This is disgusting work.
I didn't. I got something better. I'm on my way.
The 3 for Me only at Chili's is now available with the all-new Big Smasher Burger, pound up high with nearly half a pound of beef. Or you can settle for just some other burger at a drive-thru. Anyway, gonna need some room, because the 3 for Me still fills up the table with the
This is just nasty, man. It's just...
and it's still the best deal around at just $10.99. See you later, Tiger Drive-Thru Burger. This Chili's 3 for Me is the best $10.99 you can eat.
They can't block. The Eagles' front seven is just... The Eagles not in their front seven. Their D-line is just dominating the Commanders' offensive line. You can't get any space running, and there's no time for Jane Daniels to even get anything going in the pass game. Oh, boy.
How do you make sure your first holiday hosting won't be your last? Coles, where families come first.
Chunky is beefy. 21 grams of protein in this bad boy. You can barely contain all this powerful meat. Chunky, soup that eats like a meal.
Eagles offense getting ready to come out here. It's just tough, man. Like, you just looking, and it's just like left tackle keeps getting beat over and over again. These guys are coming off the edge and just smoking them. Coming off the edge and they're just cooking them, and it's just like you're getting no time to throw. In the battle for first place, you got a low defensive game, which I appreciate that for both teams. It's nice to play defensive games, but at some point, somebody's got to step up and make some plays. As the game winds down, playmakers need to make plays. And that's what you're seeing with Saquon Barkley as he takes it up the middle and picks up 9 yards. Like, at some point, this defense is going to get tired if you keep going 3 and out. You cannot expect the Commanders' defense to continue to make stops when the offense is not out there long enough. Because people at some point will be like, oh, yeah, the defense just... No, the defense is out there for too long. They're human beings. If you're going 3 and out, if you're not finishing drives, if you're getting off the field in 2-3 minutes, what time can you rest if you're the defense? You're out there for too long. They're going to get it to Devontae Smith, and Smith's going to pick up a first down. Crowd didn't like how he was tackled, but it was a legal tackle. Oy. First and 10 here for the Eagles at their own 35-yard line. Hurts fakes the handoff. Hurts got time. Pressure's coming now, so he's going to have to roll to his right. He's going to look. He's going to fire. He's going to find A.J. Brown. Brown picks up the first down and takes it to Washington territory. You could tell the Commanders' defense is starting to get tired, man. They're just getting beat. They're just getting beat. The offense is not carrying tonight. The offense is not carrying tonight, and it's clearly showing. They're going to get beat. At some point, you can't hold up for this long. Look at this. A.J. Brown's just streaking. You're not going to be able to hold up forever. First and 10 at the Washington 48-yard line. Hurts fires, caught. Smith gets tackled right there. It's going to pick up about 3 yards, but a flag on the play. They're going to call a face mask. And now we're seeing these penalties. Now we're seeing these penalties, man. Now we're starting to see these penalties. This is what's going to hurt the Commanders, man. If their offense can't get anything going, it's going to start to hurt them. Their defense is getting tired. They're starting to make mistakes. Are they going to call the face mask there? Let me look at this. That's not a face mask. That's not a face mask. That's not... Oh, wait. That's close. That's close. He's got his helmet, but I don't know if that's the face mask. Wait. Oh, that's really close. They're not going to call a face mask. He was very close to the face mask. I wouldn't have been surprised. He caught his helmet. He caught his helmet. He didn't catch the face mask, but he was eerily close. He was eerily close. I don't know. That would have been debatable. In my opinion, that's very debatable. Eagles fans are heated. They cannot believe it. 2nd and 7, 15 seconds left to go. This will most likely be the final play of the third quarter. They hand it to Saquon, and they get a tackle behind the line of scrimmage. He's going to lose a yard, and that's going to end the third quarter here, ladies and gentlemen. 3 quarters down, 1 quarter left to go. It's a 10-6 game in Philadelphia. A really, really ugly game. Really ugly game in Philadelphia. Commanders up 10-6. 3rd and 8 coming up. Still a face mask. I feel it's debatable. I really felt they probably should have called a face mask. He grabbed the back of his helmet. He grabbed the back of his helmet. That doesn't count as a face mask if you grab the back of his helmet. But the way the hand was moving towards the face mask, I think he made contact. I think if you look, as Devontae's trying to pull back, I think that arm brushes past the face mask, or at least brushes past part of it. I think it's debatable, but I felt they probably could have called a face mask there. Though I think it was one of those situations where it's too difficult to make the call, and they decided, hey, we're just not going to make the call. Because I think one of them ruled it a face mask. The other said no, and they just had to, they just said, nah. Well, no, normally they don't count grabbing the back of the helmet as a face mask, because there's been plenty of guys that have grabbed the back of the helmet and have not got called for face mask. Now, if you're saying he grabbed the side of the helmet, which I think part of him grabbed the side, which is what I would say, when Devontae pulled back, he grabbed the side. And if you grab the side, that's basically the face mask. But when you grab the back of the helmet, sometimes they don't call it. Sometimes, I'm telling you, I've seen some officials say that's not a face mask call because he's grabbing the back of the helmet, and others have said that should be a face mask call because any grabbing of the helmet, any grabbing and pulling at the bottom of the helmet should be a face mask call. So it's a debatable one. That's why one said it was the face mask, the other said it was. They talked about it, and they decided to not rule it a face mask call. I'm scared about Sunday. I'm not really worried about Sunday until Sunday gets here.
Support the Feeding America nationwide network of food banks to help provide meals to those in need. Join us at feedingamerica.org.
This is an emergency. People are saying it's time for the rebellion. Starve them into submission.
I need to stop him. 10,000 lives are counting on me.
They'll suffer more pain than they ever thought could exist.
Ah, man. It's going to be one of those type of fourth quarters, man. It's just going to be annoying. 3rd down coming up here. I don't know. That's a toughie, man. That is a toughie. Me personally, I really felt they should have called a face mask on that. If you're gonna grab when Devontae pulled back, it went like this, and I felt he grabbed the face mask. But the refs have been putrid all damn season that they just don't make that call. 3rd down and 7 here. If you can't complete this, you're probably gonna have to punt the football if you're Philadelphia, because you're not in field goal range. Pressure's coming. Hurts. He's got to make a decision. Hurts. Can he get the first down? Hurts is not going to get the first down. He's close, but they're going to rule him short. He's close, but they're going to rule him short. And it's a bit too far for them to want to try to tush push.
That's the first down. With that extra effort there, does he extend? Yeah, he's right there.
Did he step out of bounds? Did he step out of bounds? No. That's a first down. The foot never touched the line. That is a first down, Philadelphia. Nick's got to challenge it. Never mind. They're going to rule it first down. So, yeah, that's a bad call. I think they initially thought he stepped out of bounds. But no, that extra dive, he had his foot in bounds. That extra dive picks up the first down. That's a good play by Jalen Hurts to extend the play. So 1st and 10 for Philadelphia. Washington's defense, you can tell they're tired, man. They are very tired. They're just pushing through. 1st and 10. Defense thought a false start should have been called. No call there. 1st and 10. They hand it off. Gainwell picks up another first down. And the Eagles move well into field goal range now. So now they've guaranteed themselves a potential field goal. They want the touchdown to take the lead. And they're going to go fast. They're going to go fast. You can tell the defense is getting tired. Commanders' defense is getting tired here. The Eagles have 300 total yards of offense, and the Commanders have 164 total yards of offense. How is this a 10-6 game? So weird. Another great play for Gainwell, and he picks up another first down. Back-to-back runs for Gainwell result in first down. Good blocking here by the Eagles. Like I said, the defense is getting tired. They've been stopping the run all game, or been doing a good job stopping the run all game. They have not given up big explosive runs to Saquon, but they're getting tired. The defense has been on the field way too much, and Philly knows the defense is getting tired, so they're going quickly. They're going to run it again. Gainwell picks up 5. 2nd down coming up here for the Eagles. Oh, he picked up 7. I say he picked up 5. He leaned forward for extra yards. 2nd and 3 here. 12:50 left to go in this game. They're at the 5-yard line. This is going to be very close, man. They're going to hand it. Saquon gets the edge. Saquon gets in. Oh, they're going to say he's short? They're going to say Saquon is short. He got stopped at the 1-yard line, which is enough for the first down. Yeah, Saquon is down at the 1. And they're just going to pull a brotherly shove just to get another touchdown. Oh, I'm so tired of this move. Touchdown, Eagles. That is such a cheap move, but it's legal. It's a legal but cheap move. That's why people look at Jalen Hurts rushing touchdowns and nobody's impressed with it. Over half his rushing touchdowns are from tush pushes. When you just line everybody up and just push your quarterback in at the 1, not a lot of people are going to be impressed with that. This dude, Jalen Hurts, may legitimately end up having a 2020 season. 20 rushing touchdowns, 20 passing touchdowns. And people aren't going to be impressed because a lot of it is just him running from the 1-yard line on tush pushes. Like, I don't see the problem with just handing Saquon Barkley the ball there. But the memes continue. Hey, I got us down to the 1. You want tush push? I don't know. I just get Saquon the ball there. I don't know. He could have got 1 yard. Kick is up, and it's no good. a field goal takes the lead in this game. Jake Elliott has been pooping himself all day. 2 missed field goals and a missed extra point. A field goal gives Washington the lead once again. Yeah, Jake Elliott's been awful today. If it comes down to a game-winning field goal, Eagles fans are not going to be happy with that. So now it comes down to the Commanders' offense. At some point, you got to wake up and do something. Get your playmakers involved. Get your playmakers involved. Get your playmakers involved.
Choose our new juicy hand-breaded Big Cluckin' chicken sandwich. Or the stacked classic bacon cheeseburger, plus fries and a drink, all for just $9.99. Applebee's really big meal deal. We're eating good in the neighborhood.
Commanders' offense got to do something.
This is the last time you will see me at the top. My doubts will destroy my dreams. The more I seem to learn, the more I seem to lose. I want to carry on, but not today. This is the point I give up. But not today. I want to carry on. The more I seem to lose, the more I seem to fail. My dreams will destroy my doubts. You will see me at the top. This is the last time.
The offensive line is just getting bullied. It's now a must-score drive for the Commanders. It's a must-score drive. And they've got to protect Jaden Daniels and give him time. But Coleman is getting cooked left and right. I'm tired of watching Jaden Daniels get attacked from his blind side. He's not getting protection. He's not getting protected. Coleman is not protecting him at all. The Eagles' D-line is just destroying the Commanders' offensive line. It's sad. A bit of a stat watch here. Jaden Daniels, 9 of 15, 103 yards, passer rating 80. Jalen Hurts, 16 of 26, 183 yards, passer rating of 82.7. Robinson's got 13 carries for 61 yards. Saquon's got 21 carries for 73 yards. Jalen Hurts got himself a touchdown. Brian Robinson had himself a touchdown. It's that type of timing, man. It's just that type of timing. Commanders need to put together a drive. If they score a touchdown, I recommend going for 2 since Jake Elliott missed that field goal. Not missed that extra point. Because it's a 12. Well, actually, no. You don't even have to go for 2 because it'll make it 17 to 12. It don't even matter. Well, 18 to 12 makes it a 6-point game. Eckler's going to get up to the 30. And guys are still out here fighting and pushing each other. This isn't the time for it. It's a tight game. They've got to get Terry the ball at some point. Get him something. Terry's just doing cardio out there today. He's not even getting a look. It's one thing if he's been targeted all day. He has 1 target. They're not even giving him a look. They've got to get this man the ball. You've got a bona fide top 10 receiver on this team. You've got to get him the ball. He's not even in the game right now. He's on the sidelines on a 1st and 10 play. Oh my God. On a passing play. Fires over the middle. It is caught. They get it to Bates, who picks up 9. 2nd down here for the Commanders.
Remember, this is a Washington team that had a lead in the second half last week against Pittsburgh. They were up 10, had a lead late in the
Doc Rivers needs to start learning how to speak Japanese because the Bucks ain't even going to make the pass the first. Man, I don't even know if they're going to make the playoffs at this point. 2nd and 1. They're going to use they're going to run it with Robinson up the gut. They pick up a 1st down. Why are we not using Terry? I don't know. Terry has not gotten the ball all damn day. It's just it's a thing. It's a thing. He's not even. Ay. 1st and 10. Jaden Daniels under center here. Play action. Daniels checks it down, incomplete. They can't get anything going in the passing game tonight. Jaden Daniels, he's been inaccurate with some throws. The offensive line has not done a good job blocking him. There's Terry. Terry's back in the game now. 2nd and 10. This is a situation where they got to score, man. You're down by 1. Not 1, you're down by 2. This is a situation where the Commanders got to find a way to score. Jaden Daniels been inaccurate with the ball tonight. He's been pressured. He's been sacked. The offensive line's been getting bullied. Terry McLaurin is not getting any looks. You've got to get something here. 2nd down. Fires across the middle. It is caught. Zach Ertz picks up the 1st down. Commanders moving the chains with 10:45 left to go in this game. Got to get something going. You need points on this drive. You can't afford to just punt this football. 1st and 10. They're going to fake the handoff. Daniels. He's going to fire. It is caught finally. The first catch of the game for Terry McLaurin. He picks up a 1st down. First catch of the game for Terry. 1st down, Commanders. You need to get the ball to your playmakers. You need to get the ball to your playmakers. That's what they're here for. Got one of the best receivers in football. Get him the ball. 1st and 10 here for the Commanders. They're inside the Eagles 35. Another fake handoff here. Another quick throw. You get it out to Ertz. Ertz picks up another 1st down. And the Commanders are finally getting something going. They're in field goal range. If they can score a touchdown, it puts them in good position. 9:45 left to go. Philly can't find the end zone. Philly can't find the end zone. They just found the end zone for the first time in this game. You feel comfortable if you could go score another touchdown because Philly struggled to get in the end zone. If they can get something going, nice play design here on this drive. They're really rolling Jaden Daniels out, getting some quick throws here. Ertz didn't pick up the 1st down. It's 2nd and inches now. So they're going to hand the ball off here. Brian Robinson gets tackled behind the line of scrimmage. I mean, the offensive line has not done their job at all. The offensive line has not done their job. On 2nd and... How many times is Carter going to beat you? How many... Look at this. And that's a hold. That's a hold. You held Carter and you still couldn't stop him. The offensive line has been putrid tonight. 2nd and inches turns into 3rd and 1. They can't make a stop. Field goal takes the lead here, but you don't want to settle for 3. You want 7. Jaden Daniels is going to be under center for this one. They got to get the ball snap here. They're going to give it to Brian Robinson. He's not even going to come close. Why would you run that? Your offensive line can't get any push tonight, and you're just going to line up on 3rd down and just run the ball. That means they're going for it on 4th down. That absolutely means they're going for it on 4th down. Gonzalez's helmet is off. They're going for it on 4th down. There's no way you run it with Brian Robinson on 3rd and 1 if you're not going for it on 4th down. They're going for this on 4th down. They're going to go for it on 4th down. Last week was the first time they had not completed a 4th down play. 4th and 2 here. This is a play action. Oh my God, Jaden Daniels fumbled the ball. But Daniels, he couldn't get the 1st down. Hi. Daniels fumbles the ball, nearly gets tackled, and at that point, he's just got to tuck it and run. The play was broken up after that point. This offensive line is just out there embarrassing themselves. And now you got to hope the defense holds and gets the ball back to the offense. I mean, I don't know what you do at this point. Commanders just look awful offensively. Jaden's been inaccurate. The offensive line can't block anybody. I mean, it's just terrible. It's just terrible football tonight. Absolute terrible football tonight by the Commanders offense. They're just getting bullied. This makes it so much harder to make a statement that the Commanders are legit. Good news is Philly doesn't even look legit either. Look how bad they've struggled offensively. Neither one of these teams look like a legit contending team, but damn, man, I thought they'd at least try to make some sort of statement here. Did the Steelers break the commies? No, the Steelers didn't break the commies. The commies have had struggles throughout the season. That's why they have 3 losses. It's just when a lot of their wins this year has gone against teams under 500. But the 3 losses they have are against teams that were over. Well, the Bucs was week 1. They went over 500, but you know this. Their loss against the Ravens, that's a team over 500. And then you lose to the Steelers, another team over 500. This team is 1-2 against teams over 500. The one team they beat over 500 was the Bears, and of course that took a Hail Mary. But it's just one of those type of games, man. It's one of those type of games that's just completely frustrating. It's frustrating to everybody watching.
Being right in the action, connecting with players through every high, low, and heart-stopping moment. Women are everywhere in football. Coaching, supporting, leading, driving the game forward. That's why I
O-line can't block to save their lives. They can't run the. They try to run the ball and they can't get any push. The O-line stinks. They tried to run the ball twice and they couldn't get any push. They're just getting bullied. If they line up under center, they can't beat the Eagles D-line. They can't. And dude, nobody's open. I would assume they were gonna run the football again, because everybody's just blocking. Everybody's blocking. Everybody's blocking. They were absolutely gonna run this football. They were gonna hand it to Brian Robinson, and he was gonna be stopped. They were gonna hand the ball to Robinson for a third time, and he was gonna get stopped. So it didn't even matter. No, everybody on that play, the receivers were all blocking. They were not planning to pass the football there. So now you got to hope the defense can make a stop. 1st and 10. Commanders gave up a touchdown in this game. Now they're on the back end. 8 minutes left to go. Commanders still have all 3 of their timeouts, but if you can't make a stop and you let them go down the field and score a touchdown, it becomes an 18-10 game. Sorry, it becomes a 19-10 game. So this defense has to make a stop no matter what. Obviously, you want to get them off the field and force them to punt, but the worst case scenario that they can afford is a field goal. You make it a 15-10 game, you can win this with a touchdown. Second and 7. Fake the handoff here. Hurts has time going downfield. He has a man wide open. He fumbled it! He fumbled it! He fumbled it! No! No! Somebody's got to get there fast enough to jump on the ball. Oh my God. Washington had a chance to get a turnover and nobody's there to go get the ball. You punch the football out and nobody reacts in time to go get it. You punch the football out and nobody's there to react in time. The Eagles luck out. That should have been a turnover and they luck out. You leave him wide open. You should have got a turnover, and then you don't get a turnover. It's just like, wow. Second down. You can't afford to give up a touchdown here. You have to hold them to 3. If they give up a touchdown, the game is over. They're blitzing. A.J. Brown makes the catch, but he is short. 3rd down here. They got to make a stop. Force them to settle for 3. Jake Elliott's been missing all game. If they're going to kick another field goal, let him take it. 5.5 left to go. 3rd down and 3. This defense has got to make a stop. They've got to make a stop. Hello? It's an away game, not a home game. Yeah. Uh-huh. Well, the Eagles are up 18-10 right now. Yeah, the game's still playing. Yeah. It's been a tough game. All right. All right. Good night.
There's really nobody left there on the right side. The extra point, which is pretty important here, is
5 minutes left. You got to score a quick touchdown. Saquon Barkley runs it in for a touchdown. The defense is tired, man. The defense has made plenty of stops, and they're just tired. Bad play calling. Should have went for the lead instead of relying on your defense to stop. I don't mind the 4th down call, but the fact that they ran 4th down under center, they haven't really ran 4th down under center all year. Why would you try it here? The play calling by Cliff today has been very suspect. It's been very suspect. The 4th down calling has been very suspect tonight. I just don't like the offensive play calling we've seen from Cliff. It's been one of those nights. And now it's just gonna make things 1,000 times worse. Because if the Commanders lose this game, which there's 5 minutes left and they're down 2 scores, they lose this game, people are going to be sitting back and calling them fraudulent. Because now that's going to be another team over 500 you lost to. And it's not like the Eagles are playing a great game as well, but still. With 5 minutes left, you gotta stop running the ball. It's not gonna happen at this point. The running game ain't working. Get this.
Wow, Phillips pick 6 for 1999. You sure know your way to a girl's heart.
So this is your first time buying a home?
Yeah, this is first time doing any of this.
Honestly, we definitely have the stress and anxiety parts out.
I know this can all seem a bit overwhelming, but everything is in the email I sent you the other day. It'll go a long way to ease those new anxieties. Information about financing, inspections. And if you haven't looked at it yet, let's go through it together. Okay.
You have 5 minutes left in all 3 timeouts. It's not over if you can score quickly. If the Commanders can score quickly, they have a chance. All 3 timeouts and 5 minutes left. If they can score quickly, they've got a shot. But the play calling tonight has been suspect, and the offensive line can't block to save their lives. Coleman's getting beat every single time, man. Philadelphia keeps escaping with these type of wins. They don't even play great for most of the game, but they escape with these type of wins. And then tonight, the Commanders' offense has done a whole bunch of nothing. They had one good drive, man. One good drive, and that's it. And it's just the running game's been killing them. The offensive line can't block. The offensive line can't block, and it's just... You keep trying with this running game. They're not blocking. Just take a knee, Eckler. 5 minutes left to go. At this point, you've got to air it out. You've got to find a way to score as quickly as possible so that you can get the ball back to this defense and hope they can make a stop to give you a chance. You can't afford to use your timeouts here. So you essentially got about 3 minutes to march down the field and score a touchdown. You cannot afford to waste timeouts here. You have all 3 of your timeouts left. You need a touchdown. Hell, you can get a field goal in this situation. You will still be fine. You need points. You need points and fast. You're done running the ball here. Here we go. Play fake. Jaden over the middle. He's picked off. That's game. That's game. That's game.
Believe me, when it comes to investing, you'll love Carl's Way. Take a left here, please. But there's a... Carl's Way is the best way.
Is it? At Schwab, how I choose to invest is up to me.
Exactly. I can invest and trade on my own.
Yes, and I let them manage some investments for me, too.
Let's move on, shall we? No, hands down.
I'll get out here.
That's game.
Where are you going?
That's game.
Schwab, a modern approach to wealth management.
That's game. Well, people were waiting for that bad performance by Jaden Daniels. I think tonight you got the example. Jaden Daniels was very poor today. He did not play well, and that interception was just awful. He tried to force the ball in the middle of the field. He's been inaccurate all game, but that was easily the worst throw he's had all night, and it results in the turnover. That's game, man. That's just game. That's just game.
So it's like 97%.
It's just one of those days, man. That's just game.
Excuse me? Well, you know. No, Andrew, I'm not even. It's just because they have a 97% customer satisfaction rating. Now try that. What's that?
That's revenge.
No, that's Leo.
For savings and service, get more with Geico.
Let's unretire. Why not? I'm good right here.
Alex Cross, Metro PD. You're gonna be part of a masterpiece. Clint Phillips. Mr. Pepper thinks he's the smartest guy in the world. All right, you want more? Going in. Can't keep the city for long. That's clever.
All we know is red, red.
Yeah, that's just game.
Follow your instinct.
That's just game.
That's my jam.
Noah Brown's right here, and this is Jake Daniels trying to make a play. I think he's staring down his receiver the whole way, and Blankenship just kind of waiting.
That's just not a good throw.
And just steps in front of him.
That's not a good throw. He forces it. It's not a good throw, and he's staring down his receiver the entire time.
Mixing up the looks, confusing the quarterback. And tonight, reminding all of us, as good as he is and as bright as his future is, tonight he's looked like a rookie quarterback.
That's going to be game, guys. That's going to be game. 4:50 left. They're just going to run this clock out. And they can't even stop Saquon at this point. And now Washington's using their timeouts. It's not even going to... There's no point. The game is over at this point. Using your timeouts now with 4:44 left, what are you going to do when you need timeouts to make a stop? You're down 2 scores. It's just not going to help. Now you're telling me you're going to resort to an onside kick. The game is over. Eagles going to take the win. They're probably going to win the division now. You lose a game like this, you're probably... That's the game, bro. That's the game. Because he was about to get set. You go back and look at the replay, simple. He's staring down Noah Brown the entire time. So he stares down his receiver and then forces a pass. You can't do that. The defense is watching the quarterback as he's moving. So the defense watches Jaden Daniels stare his receiver down. And that's the result you're going to get. And then Saquon Barkley just scores another touchdown just to add to it. Defense is just gone at this point. Not even stopping Saquon. I don't even know what they're doing at this point.
It's funny. 146 yards. It's only his 4th highest yardage total on the ground this season. Think about that. Look at his eyes. I haven't seen him look like this in a long time. He's on a mission. Extra point this time is right down the middle.
16-point game, 4:38 left to go. I mean, the game's pretty much over. If you want to say there's a silver lining, they made them score quickly, so they make it a 2. The game's over. Philly's going to get the win. Washington has their first real bad game. This is a legitimately bad loss. This is a legitimately bad loss. Like, Washington just looks all sorts of lost. You know, they look like they don't deserve to be on the same field as the Eagles. They got manhandled tonight.
There's no such thing as bad weather. In the all-new
Nissan Kicks with intelligent all-wheel drive.
Introducing KFC's original recipe tenders, made with the secret blend of 11 herbs and spices, which perfectly pairs with our zesty new comeback sauce. Just $5 for 3 tenders, fries, and comeback sauce. Let the feast begin.
From Barbie. I shouldn't have. Verizon whole home Wi-Fi, so we get internet in every room of the dream house.
My blender!
So much easier with the closing of thumbs.
I never remember which one is mine.
Your internet really does reach every room.
I just want this to be over. Call it a night. Saquon Barkley and Derrick Henry, the 2 best free agent signings of the last 5 years. Yeah.
Today, let's paint with Bear.
Wait, we don't have Bear.
Well, what do you have?
It just says paint.
I thought you said you researched this.
All paint's the same.
No, they're not. Get the most trusted paint brand in America at an everyday low price. Available at the Home Depot.
Football analysis. Inside the NFL goes deep. Previews of the biggest games. This is going to be a real battle.
It's tough, man.
The best plays.
This dude was all about physicality.
And the game plan.
Here, yup, and then here.
From football's greatest coach.
I don't usually get the hold it quicker.
Don't get used to it.
Inside the NFL. Check your local listings.
Thursday Night Football on Prime. It's on.
Man, all these commercials, just get this over with so I can call it a night, man. I don't want to sit here and keep dealing with this nonsense. It's over. They lost. They played a bad game. Now everyone's going to be on their case talking about the Commanders. They're not legit now. They can't beat teams over 500. They're just going to call them a soft team, yada, yada, yada.
League in rushing and scrimmage yards. Of course, that fabled backward leap. Having another big night tonight. Brian Phillips sitting there saying, "You're killing us. You're killing us. Stop it." Put him down there with the offensive line. Every running back should do. Let's talk about this offensive line. Some new faces up there. Dickerson was down with an injury, came right back in that series. Peyton Johnson having a Pro Bowl type of year. Cam Jordan has done a good job. We talked about him a lot tonight. The center, Makai Becton, moving from left tackle most of his career in New York, now back in Philly playing guard. There's Jordan, just body slammed the safety.
Look at these guys, man. Defense just looks lost at this point. They're so tired. They're done. They held this guy together for 3 quarters. They held Saquon Barkley together for not even 3, for 3.5 quarters, just for this to happen.
He and Dante Scarnecchia, long time in New England, if you think about it, out of Skips years ago, Denver. How important have those
4.5 left to go. I mean, you do no huddle. You try to score before the 2-minute war. At this point, you just try to score and see what you can do, I guess. Game's pretty much over, but you just hope for the best, I guess. Jaden just checks it down. Eckler does nothing and just runs out of bounds. Why is the clock ticking if he ran out of bounds?
4 minutes left in regulation.
Offensive line still can't block. They said a 3-man rush. They still get pressure on Jaden Daniels. It don't even matter.
A lot of punts. Trustway has stood 5 of them already.
3rd and 2. Quick throw. One-handed catch, but a flag on the play. It's going to stop the clock at 3:38.
And the answer is, there is no foul to play for offensive pass interference. Third down. You know, this defense, they allowed the 1 touchdown early in this game. You add up since they've been on this run, winning 5 in a row now.
You mean 3rd down? You mean 1st down? They caught that pass.
These last 6 weeks, 5 touchdowns total as a defense in those 6 weeks.
1st and 10 for the Commanders. You're down 16, 3:38. I mean, game's pretty much over unless you hope for a miracle.
And that's enough for a first down.
Daniels, who's been getting pressed all game, just can't connect. He's not 100%. You can clearly tell. All these throws are just low. All of his throws are low and inaccurate. He can't step into anything right now. He's been completely inaccurate. Terry McLaurin has not got... He's gotten one catch today. You're not even targeting your main guy. It's just nothing. It's just a bunch of nothing. Another low throw. Zacchaeus, he had a chance for that, but it's another low throw. Jaden Daniels is just inaccurate with the passes all day today. Just inaccurate left and right. A roughing the passer call gets put on Philly. That's going to be a 15-yard penalty. I just realized the Commanders and the Ravens both have the same bye week. Their bye week's in week 14. What am I going to do in week 14 for football? No Ravens, no Commanders. That's going to be nasty. 1st and 10. Jaden going to utilize the wheels. Gets out of bounds. 3:19 left to go. He picks up about 5. 2nd down coming up here for the Commanders. Do they onside kick? Well, if you score a touchdown, you onside kick. That's the only choice they're going to have. Just running the football, picking up the 1st down. Get off the floor, Eckler. You don't... I'm sorry, Eckler. McNichols. You don't have time. What are you just wasting all that time on the floor for? Get set. A quick throw here to Ertz. Ertz gets out of bounds, 253. If you're the Commanders, your goal needs to be to score before the 2-minute warning. So now you got to tell guys, get out of bounds. Get out of bounds. You get this ball, head for the sidelines. You have 2 timeouts. If you could score before the 2-minute warning, you're going to have to go for 2 and get it to make it an 8-point game to at least give yourself a chance. If you don't get the 2-point conversion, the game's over. But you need a touchdown. You need 2 touchdowns and 2-point conversions to get this. But you got to give yourself a chance. That's just not the play you want to do. That offensive line hasn't been blocking all day. Why the hell do you run a draw play? Why in God's name would you run a draw? The offensive line has been buns all day and you run a draw? Why are you running the ball in this situation? You're just killing the clock. Why would you run a draw play there? This is a dumb play call. Eagles secondary is 2nd in the league. I'm not surprised we are struggling. But Jaden's been inaccurate all day. It's not like it's that. It's been the whole thing. The offensive line's not. They're still running the ball. They're not even trying anymore. Do they just want to go home? They just want to go home. They just want to go home. Run into the 2-minute warning. They just want to go home. 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 You're not convincing me they don't want to go home. They just want to go home. They're not even, look how slow they are. They're going to let this get to the 2-minute warning. They just want to go home. They've given up. That's a football team that's given up. They're not going fast. They're just handing the ball off, letting the clock run. They've given up. Washington has accepted defeat. They're not even trying. They're done. They're done. They didn't even try there. They're done. The Eagles have a great secondary. That's true. But if you watch this game, there were plenty of opportunities. Plenty of opportunities offensively. And Jaden Daniels just missed them. Over again. He missed them all day tonight. There were guys that were open. He just missed them. And when he had a chance to do something, when he didn't have a chance to do something, when he had a chance to do something, it was either he got sacked or he was just inaccurate with the ball. So I don't know what to tell you. Gonna be Eagles, Lions, NFC Championship game, calling it. We'll see how that goes. It's too far to call it. Philly has been winning some nasty games against teams. They've been winning some close games in situations they shouldn't have been in. I don't fully trust Philly. I don't fully trust Philly. I do not fully trust Philadelphia. I think they're playing better this year than they were last year, but I still don't fully trust Philadelphia. Man, the Commanders have given up, bro. You can't tell me otherwise. They're not getting set. They're not going fast. You're down 2 scores, and they're not even showing the attention of a team that's trying to do something here. They've given up, man. Running the ball on 2nd and 3rd down when you're trying to preserve time, they've given up. 4th and 2, they get the catch. 1st down. Like nobody, look at this. They're not even, look out, they're not even going quickly. They're not getting set fast enough, man. They're not getting set fast enough. They're not getting set fast enough. They don't care. They just want to go home. Quick throw. They're not even trying anymore. 1:35 left. They're just not even trying anymore. Washington, this is a team that's given it. They conceded the game. Once he threw the pick, they conceded the game. Once Jaden Daniels threw the pick, they conceded the game. Nobody's showing alertness. No one's showing any sense of urgency. It's just a bunch of nothing. Look at all this time that's being wind up the clock. It's ridiculous. They're not even trying to see. They don't show the alertiveness of a team that's trying to come back down 2 scores. They wasted so much time with idiotic run plays. They're under a minute. Obviously, it comes down to the onside kick, but it doesn't even matter if you get the onside kick. What are you going to do here? 50 seconds left. They're not even... The game's over. Game's over. They're not even calling timeouts. Game's over. Game is over. They just want to finish off this drive and go home. This was such a poor... You expected a team to show more alertness in a situation where you're down 2 scores. What are you doing this for? Just for the touchdown? You just want it for the kicks? 30 seconds left. What are you even doing at this point? They stopped caring. They stopped caring. They went down 2 scores and they folded. That's a bad look for a football team. You're down 2 scores. Show the alertiveness. Show that you care. This is embarrassing. No. This is not a good look. For a young football team, this is not a good look. No sort of alertness. You're down 2 scores. Not a single ounce of alertness. They're just letting the clock wind down. Just before the 2-minute warning. 2nd down, let's run the ball. 3rd down, let's run the ball. 4th down, let's not even try to get a playoff before the 2-minute warning. I mean, they don't care. The touchdown, but who cares? You're just adding, it's garbage time touchdowns. It's garbage time touchdowns. You showed no alertness. This team gave up. They went down 2 scores in Philadelphia and they gave up. They gave up. They gave up. I feel for your friends, man. I really do feel for your friends. If you're watching this, man, if you're a Commanders fan watching this, you gotta be pissed off with how they decided to do this. No sense of alertness. They just stopped caring. You're not gonna tell me these guys cared. They went down 2 scores and they just stopped caring. How the hell do you... What type of... You're down 2 scores and nobody's running to the line of... Nobody's running to get set. They're just letting the time roll off as if they have all the time in the world. They stopped caring. How do you let that much time go off the clock? You stopped caring. You went down 2 scores and said, I'm going to phone it in. Let's end it. We've given up.
Next gen.
2-point conversion. He's just going to get sacked. He's got to throw it to somebody, I guess. It's caught, but he's already out of bounds. It's just, they stopped caring. They stopped caring. They showed no sense of alertness. When Jaden Daniels threw the pick, they stopped caring. They lost no way to win. What's the point of that touchdown? It's not even just about that, dude. There was 4 minutes left, and they showed no alertness. A team with 4 minutes left, down 2 scores, you would have hoped to see this team show more alertness to try to see if they could score quickly and give themselves a chance to try to do something. They had an opportunity. Maybe you score before the 2-minute warning, but there was no alertiveness with them. There was no alertiveness with them. There was no alertiveness with them. They're just letting the clock run down. Down 2 scores, let's run the ball on 2nd and 3rd down. Are you serious? 2 scores with 4 minutes is impossible. That's a damn lie. How many games have we watched? Teams be down 2 scores with 4 minutes and they still find a way to win. We've seen ample games where teams have been down 2 scores and found a way to come back and win. They had 3 timeouts with 4 minutes left. What do? Well, they ended up using one of those timeouts for no reason. But even with 2 timeouts, with 4 minutes left, you have to go quickly. If you score a touchdown before the 2-minute warning, guess what? You got 2 timeouts and you got the 2-minute warning and you set yourself up to now hope your defense can make a stop and get a touchdown. We've literally seen teams come back down 2 scores with 4 minutes left in the game. We've seen this. So don't say it's impossible. This is not your first time watching football. You've seen teams come back from 2 scores in 4 minutes. Especially if they have all their timeouts. So it's not impossible, but you got to show you care. And they gave in. They just gave up. They didn't even try. Running the ball on 2nd and 3rd, they gave up. Down 2 scores, they gave up. No alertiveness. They gave up down 2 scores. So they're going to say Ertz had both feet in bounds. The 2-point conversion is going to be good. It's going to come down to an onside kick, I guess. But there's only been 2 onside kicks that have been given up this year, and both happened with the Ravens. The Ravens are the only team that's given up any onside kicks this year. So unless Philly just messes up and the Commanders somehow luck out, this is going to be game over. So it's going to be a 26-18 game. Philly is going to call a timeout to get their special team unit set up for the onside kick. We already know they're not getting the onside kick. It is what it is. They're trying to lose anyway. Who cares? That's not the point we're trying to make. You just said it's impossible with 2 scores with 4 minutes left. It's not. We've seen teams pull off the comeback, even being down 2 scores with 4 minutes. They find a way to tie the game. We've seen it happen. So just saying they're going to lose anyway, then what's the point of trying? Why don't you just end the game when you're down 2 scores in 4 minutes? When we've seen teams before be down 2 scores in 4 minutes with their timeouts, they find a way to tie the game and send it to overtime. This is not the first time we've seen this with football. Just saying they're going to lose anyway, who cares? So why are they playing the damn game? If you're down 2 scores in 4 minutes, why don't the refs just come out and say, game over, everybody go home? That's not football, man. At least make the damn effort. Teams have come back from that. Especially when you have your timeouts. It's different. 4 minutes left with no timeouts, you're probably going to lose. But at least make the damn effort. They didn't make any effort. Obviously, the onside kick was recovered by Philadelphia. They're going to get the win. They're going to go to 8-2. Washington's dropping to 7-4. We've literally seen teams come back and win, being down 2 scores with 4 minutes. To just sit back and say, who cares? They're going to lose anyway. What type of loser mentality is that? So why are you playing the damn game if you're going to give up with being down 2 scores with 4 minutes? The refs should have just came out and said, game over, Philadelphia wins. If that's the mindset someone's going to have. What type of loser mentality is that? Oh, we're down 2 scores. We're going to lose anyway. We shouldn't even try. What type of loser? That's the type of mentality that keeps bad franchises bad. That's just loser mentality. Eagles take the knee. That's going to be the game. Philly gets the win. They're going to go to 8-2. They're going to be first place. Well, they're going to remain first place in the NFC East. Washington's going to drop to 7-4. A loss like this probably gives Philadelphia the division. I mean, even if Washington comes back and wins the game in Washington for the second time around, looking at Philly's schedule, unless they lose a couple games, I don't see how Washington's going to catch up. Washington has an easier schedule down the stretch, but I just don't see how they're going to catch up to Philadelphia. Unless Philadelphia loses a couple games, they shouldn't. Philly does have a tough game against Baltimore on the 1st of December, so we'll see how that goes. But past that, I don't know. Just taking a look at Philadelphia's schedule, well, the way Saquon's playing, I don't see a situation where they lose unless they just do a bunch of dumb things. Looking at the Commanders' schedule, after this, they've got the Cowboys next week, then the Titans. Then they go on a bye week. Then they got the Saints, the Eagles again, then the Falcons and Cowboys. That is a winnable schedule for the Washington Commanders. So now you got to look at Philadelphia's schedule and see how it fares compared to that. Because there's a bunch of losing teams, and then they got the Eagles again. Meanwhile, the Eagles, they got the Rams next week on Sunday Night Football. That's going to be a tough game. They got the Ravens afterwards. That's a tough game. But then they got the Panthers. The Steelers is also a tough game. So, honestly, the Eagles got a couple of tough games. Potentially, the Commanders could steal this. Philly's got the Steelers, the Eagles, and that Rams game could be more dangerous than we think. Been watching the Eagles for years. Rule number 1, when playing them, never keep a small lead or they will find a way to get ahead. That's kind of just been the case. It is what it is. Anyway, tough loss for the Commanders. I didn't like how the Commanders ended the game. At the end of the day, it was a tough all day. Jaden Daniels was inaccurate for much of the game. It is what it is. The offensive line did a horrible job protecting him. We couldn't get Terry McLaurin involved, and it was a poor offensive performance. I didn't really like the play calling in this game from Cliff Kingsbury. This is probably one of his worst play called games this season, so it's not a good look for him tonight. But again, they'll just they'll run it back next week against Dallas. They'll be better offensively. I just think they just did a poor job today. My only problem with them is just they just stopped trying when they were down 2 scores. Once Jaden Daniels threw the pick, everybody just stopped trying. And they're trying to become a winning franchise. They're trying to change the norm in Washington. If you're trying to change the norm, you can't have a losing mentality of just quitting when you're down 2 scores with 4 minutes left. You've got to keep fighting. And the way you keep fighting is you keep fighting. You go quickly. You've got to preserve your timeouts. You've got to preserve as much time as possible. You've got to go quickly. I didn't see the alertiveness. I didn't see the urgency from the Commanders. It just seemed like they wanted the game to be over. They were going to try to score, but they just wanted the game to be over. I didn't like that from them. That is something that they need to change. You're trying to change the overall philosophy of this franchise. You're trying to change the reputation of this franchise. You're trying to become a winning franchise now. You can't just give up with 4 minutes left. 2 scores, 4 minutes, anything can happen. You can't give up like that. You just can't.
It gets weirder. He's not gonna stop. Unless I make him stop.
It is what it is, though. You kind of deal with the situation however you deal with it. Bad loss, but you bounce back next week against the Cowboys, and you put yourself in a position to win. I still think the Commanders are they're well on their way towards making the playoffs. They got to win a couple more games to make the playoffs, but I just didn't like the effort here. In terms of the division's not officially over yet. It's not over yet because Philly's got 3 tough teams. They've got tough teams in Baltimore, Pittsburgh, and that Rams game is a lot crazier than you think it's going to be. So, yeah, the Rams, Ravens, and Steelers are the only 3 games I can look at other than the Commanders game that will happen on the 22nd where I could potentially see the Eagles losing. So, we'll see how those games go. Eagles are now on a 5-game winning streak. They've beaten the Browns, Giants, Bengals, Jaguars, Cowboys. Oh, they're on a 6-game winning streak. Philadelphia's on a 6-game winning streak right now, so... Yeah, they're 8-2, 3-0 in the division. Commanders suffered their first loss in the division, so they're not out of it yet, but it's going to be tough to catch up to them. They got a lot of work to do. I'm worried. We've been losing steam since the Bears. They've been losing steam since Jaden Daniels got hurt. Are you scared of Kingsbury's offense going cold in the second half of the season like his offense usually do? Are you worried about that, or do you think it'll be different? I'm hopeful it'll be different. I am a bit concerned about that because I've seen it happen in the second half of the seasons with Kyler and the Cardinals where the offense just starts sputtering out. But I'm hopeful that's not going to be the case, and part of me wants to put this on the fact that Jaden Daniels is still hurt. He's still dealing with that rib injury, so he's not 100%. Part of me feels like if he's 100%, we wouldn't be having, this many offensive mishaps that we've been seeing the last few weeks. So hopefully they'll be able to bounce back. Losing 2 games in 4 days is tough. You lost to the Steelers, and then you just lost to the Eagles. 2 losses in 4 days hurts, but they're going to be fine. The Commanders are going to be fine. This is still a playoff team. It's just now winning the division is going to be a lot tougher than you expect. But we'll see how things go. Anyway, guys, I'm going to end it here. I'm going to head on out. Tough loss, but they'll bounce back. I will see you guys later. Of course, Sunday, Ravens, Steelers, we'll be here for that. Sunday might actually be one of those days, man. I'm not going to tell you what I mean, but Sunday might be one of those days. We got a lot of great games happening, so Sunday might be one of those days. Anyway, guys, enjoy the rest of your night. I'll see you later. Be sure to stay safe. Peace out.